Texas, Texas, Texas. Baby, this ain't Texas. Texas got a lot going on. Y'all about to get unhinged Tashara because unhinged Tashara has not had any sleep today because it's been back to back to back to back. What? What his name? What's his name? Was it Drake that said back to back? I think so. Was that Drake, Amani? You know that song? That was Drake. She said that was Drake. Okay. There's a lot going on. So, Amani, can you update that banner to say you can keep that one for later, but can you update the banner to say Dallas County judge extends voting by 2 hours? Because that's what I want to focus on right now. So here's the thing. One, like and subscribe, share this video. We wanted to make sure we got on early so that we can talk about the Dallas County judge who just signed a petition to extend voting by 2 hours. Now, mind you, we have been following this since earlier when we were getting reports during the morning hours of people having issues finding their voting locations. In fact, we talked to Elaine. As a matter of fact, Amani, message Elaine and see if Elaine can come talk to us right quick. Tell her we only need a few minutes. And so I want to share that with you. So first of all, share this video. Please share this video. Like this video. Comment. Let me know that you're watching. Let me get in these comments to talk to y'all. But that is breaking news today that they have extended voting in Dallas County by 2 hours. This is very, very, very important. Okay. Everybody, all eyes on Texas. I need some Tupac. All eyes on me. Yes. Okay. All eyes on Texas. I told y'all I'm unhinged today because I'm on coffee, no sleep, and we rocking. Okay. So tap in, let me know where you're watching from. I know this is an unconventional time that we're on. So you may be wondering like, oh my God, Tashara has a show. Yeah, we have a show. We have a show on the YouTubes. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me make sure this is playing on my Facebook page because I don't want no problems. Hold on. Make sure y'all know what's going on, honey. Nope, it is not playing on my Facebook page. So let me go and share the video. You know, Facebook, you've been real funny acting lately. Real funny acting. Like this video, comment, let me know that you're watching. Let me get in these comments. You know, Facebook, you've been real funny. There we go. Can y'all hear me? Am I muted? Amani, am I good? They can hear me? Okay, she said y'all can hear me. Yes, Christopher say I am on Facebook. Thank you, Christopher. Let me know where you're watching in from. My YouTube family is used to being on here at 10 a.m. So for anybody that is new to watching our show, we are usually live at 10 a.m. Monday through Thursday on YouTube. Please go like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. For those of you who are watching from YouTube, let's tap in. Tell me where you're watching from. What part of the city? If you're in Dallas, if you're not in Dallas, what part of the state? If you're not in the state of Texas, what part of the country? Hell, we might even have some people from outside of the country. Let me know where you are tapping in from. Y'all are getting me in raw form here this evening. And I say that because we knew it was going to be some foolishness. We knew. So, by the way, let me share this so there's no confusion. Okay. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to share that one. Look, we got to edit that one. We can't have everybody seeing my sis name who spilled the tea. So let me find if we can edit that top part out of there, I would love that. But I am going to share another graphic here so that y'all can have the information. Where is it? Is this it? Hold on. I'm gonna get it, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Who is this? If I can get rid of all these other ones, I have so many tabs pulled up. We're gonna get this information, okay? So y'all just hold on. There we go. Oh, y'all. Okay, so let's take a look at this real quick. Oh, that's little. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Kind of. Anyways, so Amani, if you can get that back in here with the image that we have and just edit that top part out, that would be great. What I am showing you right now is that you have an additional 2 hours. This is a signed petition by a Dallas County judge granting an additional 2 hours for you to go and cast your ballot. Now, I am telling you this because if you have people in line, obviously you want to tell them to remain in line. But before they just stand in line, I would ask for them to double check that they are at the right polling location. That has been an issue. A lot of people have been reporting that they have been turned away from, is that it, Amani? Okay. A lot of people are reporting that they have been turned away from voting locations, but it's because you have to double check before you go. Okay. DallasCountyVotes.org is where you can check where your voting location is. I know a lot of people have voted at certain locations for years and years and years. But things changed this year. Okay. The Republican Party wanted to ensure that during the primary season that you had separate polling places. Okay. So just keep that in mind as you get ready to go vote. I wish this was bigger. Amani, what are we doing with that graphic? Are we able to get it back in there so that we can show folks what is happening? And honestly, if you can't figure out how to edit it, I can I can pull up that other one. I just didn't want to share that chat part. Yeah, let me go ahead and share it to my computer so that I can have that ready. Mary says, "Come on, Texas. I love it, Mary. Hey, for those of you watching on Facebook, I love you to death. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor and go to our YouTube page. Amani, drop the link to our YouTube in here, please. And I will actually share the video, the image from my computer because I was able to download it. Okay, so there we go. So take a look at this, you guys. This is an order. All right. This is signed by a judge. It says on March 3rd, 2026, it came on to be heard that the emergency petition to extend voting hours of petitioner Cardall Coleman, that is the person who is the Democratic Party chair, the Dallas County Democratic Party chair. The judge says after reviewing this petition, finds that there has been mass confusion as to where voters were entitled to cast their ballots on election day, and voter confusion was so severe that the Dallas County Election Department website crashed. Okay, so I was not tripping. I was not tripping. Okay, the link is in there. I believe we can pin that maybe to the top. And you may have to go on YouTube for that, Amani. I'm not sure. I mean, excuse me, on Facebook to be able to pin it. But what was I going to say? When I was going to the DallasCountyVotes.org website, I was getting an error message. I was getting an error message several times. And I was like, no, I'm not tripping. I'm not going to share this information yet because I was like, I don't know if this is just happening to me. Like, I didn't know if I needed to clear my cookies and my cache or whatever was going on with my computer. And so for a minute, I was just like, maybe I won't say anything. And then people got in my comments on Instagram and they were saying that link doesn't work. The link doesn't work. And I was like, oh my God, I was not tripping. So we've been using that link for the last several weeks, reminding people to go on there and check for their precinct location. And let me back up a little bit. The link is DallasCountyVotes.org. Okay. On that link is where you can go and put in, you can go and find your voter center, and you can go in and put in your address. and your address will tell you your exact voting location. Again, I know you've went to the same place for years and years and years, but I ask that you go there, especially if you still have not voted. I feel like you need to let this be your green flag to say, okay, they didn't extended it by 2 hours. Let me go get my vote in. So you go to that website, dallascountyvotes.org. Amani, if we can put that in one of the banners so that we can show folks, dallascountyvotes.org. You go to that site, you type in your address after you click on Voter Center, and that is where you can find your voting location in your precinct. Okay. It is split up by parties in most locations. So I urge you to do that. So Paul Adams, again, Judge Paul Adams, signed this emergency petition to extend voting hours from 7 to 9 p.m. I would love to hear from you guys. How was your experience today? What did you run into? For anybody who did go out and vote today, let me hear from you. How was it? Did you run into any issues? I see your comments so far. Hold on. What am I trying to do over here? This is where I'm at. Okay. Oh, it won't even allow me to. Oh, there it goes. So I just pinned that link where you can go and watch us on YouTube. I would love for all of you that are watching on Facebook to go and join us on YouTube. Again, I always appreciate you watching no matter where you're watching from. But if you can join us on YouTube, definitely go and do that. Yes, my cousin is back in the building. My cousin from Houston, Texas, because y'all didn't have all these issues that we had in Dallas County. I mean, crazy. Y'all were able to vote at, which, by the way, cousin, did you vote? Oh, we might need to talk. But Harris County did not have the same issues that we had in Dallas County, because in Harris County, you guys were able to vote at any polling location within the county. So good for you guys. That is not the case in Dallas. In Dallas, you have to go on election day. You have to go to the precinct that was assigned, the location, that is assigned to your precinct. Again, for those of you who are watching us over on Facebook, definitely continue to weigh in, share this video. Do me a favor. If everybody on here shared this video to their page or to one person, that would be amazing. Above all else, make sure you're liking and commenting. We're trying to push as many folks as possible over on YouTube to watch us there. And that would be amazing. Okay. So keep watching Dallas County. Again, that is the breaking news. If we can pull that banner back up. The breaking news is Dallas County judge voted to granted, I should say, to extend a petition to extend voting by 2 hours. That is a big deal in Dallas County. Obviously, a lot of people have been running into issues, and there's been a lot of breaking news kind of on the back end as we've been tracking all of this. We had a whole show that was planned for you guys, but obviously when things break, that just is what it is. And so I would encourage you to go and make sure that you are checking all of these locations and signing up. What? Okay, yeah. I'm looking at people that are logging in and are unaware of what's going on. I'm telling them to. Amani, I see you texting me. You know, I'm over here doing like, oh, hey, no need to talk. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this out of here. We have breaking news, and sometimes we got to have the right folks in to talk about breaking news. Elaine, what is going on? By the way, Elaine, introduce yourself for folks who don't know. I just feel like everybody should know you at this point, but introduce yourself.
I'm Elaine Campbell. I'm the Vice President of Voters.
Elaine, you don't got no audio? What happened, Elaine? Hold on.
I don't have audio?
Double check that little the microphone, Elaine. You can click on edit the mic settings and see if it's connected to your headphones. Sometimes that's it. We can also kick you out and bring you back in too.
Yeah.
I see you talking, but I can't hear you.
Um,
I'm gonna kick Elaine out, Amani, and let's work with her to bring her back in, okay? That may help. Okay. Oh, y'all could hear her? Oh, it was just me? Oh, shut up. Bring Elaine back in. Why I couldn't hear her? No way. It says my speakers are up. Oh, shut up. Oh, bring Elaine back in. That's because I had this thing on mute. Ooh, that's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy. Okay, so let's see if we can get Elaine back in here. My bad, y'all. Hey, it is what it is. When breaking news comes in, we get on and we go live at 5. All right. Let me see what the private chat talking about. Oh, that's Elaine talking to us. Get Elaine on back in here. Not I done messed up Elaine. Child, let me get she working on it. Somebody said Mercury retrograde. Ain't enough coffee in this cup, right? For the night. Let me show y'all my cup though, because my cup is litty. It says journalism doesn't need balance. Can y'all see it? Journalism doesn't need balance when one side is lying. Tea, very much tea. Okay, Elaine, they said it was on me, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, Elaine, can you hear me?
yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Child, I had you on mute, Elaine. Now, I know that's
Oh,
messed up. That is crazy. Okay, so Elaine, tell folks who you
yes.
are. Just reintroduce yourself briefly.
I'm Elaine Campbell. I'm Vice President of Voter Services for the League of Women Voters. I am also an election judge today, working in Deep Ellum. So that's me. And I'm a voter rights advocate.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us what went down today. As far as I know, earlier you said some folks came and were confused. Tell us what
Very
all went down.
confused.
Walk us through your day today.
Yeah, so people have been confused all day long. People have been sent to more than one place. I don't know the reason behind that, but that has been happening. People have been showing up, and there are some people who still did not realize that it was precinct level voting because they've just been going to the same place that they vote every time they vote, and then when they get there, they realize they can't vote there. So the confusion that we kind of expected has definitely been happening all day. And remember, we are operating as two separate elections. So my understanding is that, and you may have already pulled that up, that the Democratic Party chair filed a petition to extend the voting hours for the Democratic Party election. Since we're operating in two separate elections, he is not able to do one for the whole election. He's only able to do one for his party, which he
Thank you
did.
for clarifying that because I did not make that extremely clear. So thank you for that. This was solely for the Democratic Party. I did show this graphic earlier so that people were aware that the hours were extended for 2 hours. But thank you for clarifying. This is solely for the Texas Democratic Party here in Dallas County. Thank you for that.
Correct. So he did file it, and then the judge did approve it. So now, if you are voting in the Democratic Party primary, you are able to vote until 9 p.m. tonight. The hours have been extended from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
And I'm
The
just
Democratic, the
sharing their
Democratic.
posts right now to make sure everyone is aware.
I'm
And so,
glad you did that.
Elaine, tell us how has it been with folks coming in, other than some being confused by where they need to go and vote? Did you hear about the site going down, DallasCountyVotes.org?
I did hear about that. We got a message that the site was down for a little while. I don't know how long it was down. It was down. But I did hear that it was down, and maybe that's another reason that Cardall gave for justification for an extension, because we have been sending everyone to that site to find out where to vote. So if they're not able to access that site, that's certainly not their fault. Um, and one of the things that we're using are these what's called navigator tools in order to send people to the correct location.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I heard, this is only rumor, I have not validated it, but one thing I heard is that there were some location changes. And so there were some people who were sent places and the navigated tool, I guess, had not been synced yet. So they may have been sent to the wrong place. I have had people come to my vote center and say, "You're the third place I have been sent to." Maybe that's the reason why. But that's probably another reason why Cardall will say, "Okay, we're going to have to extend it. We need to give people more time because it's not their fault that they're being told go someplace, and then when they get there, it's the wrong place."
Now, hold on, Elaine. So are you saying that whatever data, whatever data potentially was supposed to be uploaded and potentially updated in this system, some of that data was not up to speed with the correct locations? Potentially,
potentially that's a rumor. I don't know.
Potentially, allegedly.
Yes, potentially, allegedly. And but I do know for a fact because multiple voters, not just one or two, multiple voters have come to my vote center and said, "This is the third place I've been sent. This is the fourth place I've been sent." So there is a reason for that. And that's probably another reason why Cardall submitted a petition to extend the hours, because that certainly is not their fault. So I'm glad that we're doing that.
Absolutely. What was I gonna say? Have the lines been long at your location?
Longer than they have ever been. This is my 4th year at this location, and they have never been this long. That's why I can't stay very long, because my staff is definitely, moving forward, but I've got to go back in.
Anything else you want to tell folks, Elaine, about being prepared? Because they got at least the Texas Dems have a couple more hours.
Yes, please, again, while you're waiting, you will have a line no matter where you go at this point. So please just be prepared to wait. But use that time to do research. Bring water. Bring a snack. I know at my vote center, if people have a baby, we're gonna hold their baby for them so they can go vote. So in fact, I love doing that. So
I feel like that's a moment of levity with everything going on, huh?
yeah. So, if your kids, you can't leave your kids, at least, at least bring them. I mean, this is an exciting time. We want the kids to see this. This is wonderful. I know that when I was a kid, if this was happening, my parents would have just brought me and said, "This is why we're doing this. This is important. We can't miss out." So I say, bring your kids if you can,
I love that. I love that. Okay, Elaine, I know you got to go. You're doing big work for us, and we're certainly appreciative of you. And any moment that you have throughout the evening, if you want to stop in, we would welcome it. We'll be on here for quite some time. Okay, clearly.
Sounds great.
Okay. Thank you, Elaine. Bye. Okay, Elaine, like I said, you guys, is always just a wealth of knowledge as it relates to voting, the voting process, and making sure that we are abreast and up to speed on what is happening. I cannot believe we're in this situation. Well, let me stop playing. Yes, I can. Okay. So again, Texas, a judge here in Dallas County has voted to extend voting hours for Democrats by 2 hours, considering some of the issues that folks have run into with trying to get to their polling locations. And then on top of that, you guys heard from Elaine, again, unconfirmed. I'm sure more will come out in the coming days, but saying that even the system that we were sending folks to check their voting location, even within that system, some of the information had not been updated properly, so that it may have said a precinct location. You got there and they're like, no, this one isn't your location anymore, kind of thing. And so, oh my goodness, it's just a lot. It's a lot going on. By the way, a reminder to like and subscribe over on YouTube. If you're watching us there, you can certainly become a member of the Tashara Parker Show channel. We welcome that as well. Our memberships are very, very affordable, and it helps to continue with the independent journalism that we are doing on this show. I want to check in with our viewers. Franzel says, yes, I was in Kaufman County when I heard them tell a young brother that he was registered in Dallas County. My goodness. Trudy says modern day voter suppression. Don, talking about we in Mercury retrograde. Lord have mercy. Okay. Travel. I can't read all of that. Saying let's go. Hey, so good to hear from you. Wonder Woman watching. My Texas A&M sis. Okay, we love to see it. We love to see it. Again, if you're watching, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video. Okay, that is what keeps the lights on around here. I'm sure these lights gonna get turned off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm going back through some of your comments because again, I know that it's been a lot going on, but I wanted to make sure I got that information to you first. That voting for the Texas Democrats, and thankful to Elaine that she thoroughly explained that it's for the Texas Democrats because Cardall Coleman, who is the chair, cannot request it for the other side. He's the chair for the Dallas County Democratic Party. Okay, so DeMarcus offered, I see you in the background. We can update that banner for me, Amani, and I'm going to bring you on in, DeMarcus.
Can y'all hear me good? Okay, we
Yep,
out here
we
live by
can hear
Channel
you.
5, y'all. The line is out the door.
Okay, no, we live like the Tashara Parker show. Okay, that's what we live like, live at 5. Where you located?
I'm at the East Sims Rec Center, and it's like almost 400 people, at least 100 in line. I'm looking at right now. I can't turn my camera around. Let me see, can I turn it around? Hold on.
Wow.
I don't know. I think. Let me see. Can I show y'all real quick? Just look at this line.
Okay.
See it.
Oh my goodness.
And this is the top location right now. I think down south in City Hill. So people are out here working. You know, the energy is excited. I went into an older gentleman who's 80 years old, who's very upset about not being able to vote here because he said he's been doing this over the past 60 years and never had an issue with voting. He was emotional about it. So
so what ended up happening with him? Did he have to go to another location?
No, he went to another location. But our people are voting. I will tell you that they're excited about voting. They're rushing here after work on lunch breaks. I've been here since 7 this morning. So
at the same location?
At the same location, yes. Yeah.
And did you run into anybody else who was saying they ran into issues with location situations?
Well, no, I think the 80-year-old gentleman was just, I think him and a couple most people, that's about it. It wasn't a lot of people per se, but maybe like 2 or 3 people, you know. But for the most part, it's been seamless. And I think that Cardall's been working very hard to make sure people have access. And he's done a tremendous job, man. And I got to shout out to my brother Cardall. So, but I will say people are in line, staying in line. They're not getting irritated. It's just like a joy to be voting today. So I'm excited.
I absolutely love that. Anything else you want to tell folks, DeMarcus, while you're on here?
I want to tell y'all, since the results have not been released, and they won't be released until 9:00 p.m. tonight, you know, you still got time to vote. You know, you got to 9 p.m. to get your vote cast. I'm out here at East Sims Rec Center in City Hill. Make sure you pull up on your boy, grab your push card. Let's get it in because we're not going nowhere till these polls close.
I know that's right. And do you have some water and all that kind of stuff?
I got water. We got sweet tea. Man, they had a crock pot plugged up to the light pole serving nachos. I said I love my people.
Not selling nachos to make sure the people stay in line.
Yeah, they got nachos. I heard they got hot dogs. Somebody got a crock pot. I mean, it's going down out here at City Hill. So,
DeMarcus Offer, thank you so much for joining, man.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it. I absolutely love it. That's what it's all about. Look, the people gonna take care of the people, okay? He say they got the crock pot and everything else working out there, and that's how it is. I already know it. I cannot believe we have an additional 2 hours. Again, that is solely for the Texas Democrats. An additional 2 hours. Jason Robo, I see you in the background. I'm going to pull you in just a minute, and we can just talk all the things. I feel like whatever show we thought in our minds that we had planned, hey, all that then went out the window because we vibing. I told my producer in the background, I say we vibing at this point because everything we thought we had lined up, hey, it is what it is. Destiny, one of the members of our channel, saying, yes, this election has definitely been giving presidential. I would agree with that. It absolutely has been giving presidential because I don't remember, and I talked to a gentleman earlier, I don't remember us having this much excitement around a race. And we're going to talk to my next guest about that here as well. Who is this? Aisha, one of the members of our channel as well. Thank you, Aisha, for being a loyal member for the Tashara Parker Show channel. Good evening, cousins. A lot of confusion, y'all, for both the Democrats and the Republicans. Absolutely. Elaine, our voter registrar, who we talk to very often on the show with League of Women Voters, she was saying that Republicans, she's at a Democratic site, so she was saying that Republicans were coming to her site because, again, they have been voting there for years and years and years and never had any issues. Now, all of a sudden, they come to their main voting location and they are being told that they are at the wrong place. So Elaine was saying that, again, Republicans were coming to her station, and it's just been, baby, a lot. How was your situation, Aisha, when you went to vote? Did you vote today or did you vote earlier during early voting? Oh, you just said it. My bad. I see it now. Look, I'm scrolling through the comments. Marquita say, eat, drink, and be merry. Absolutely. Again, make sure if you're over on YouTube, which most of you are, if you're on Facebook, make sure you like and share this video. Keep commenting. Every comment matters. All right. Let us know how your day was. What are you planning for this evening? Are you going to stay up and wait on these numbers to come in? Let me know what you guys are thinking this evening. I know a lot of people are going to be out at some of the watch parties. And a lot of the candidates are also having their own watch parties too. Let's see here. I can't read all of that. Travel totes, I think. This is encouraging. Pull up. Oh yeah, I agree. Okay. That's all. You ready? Let me go ahead and bring you on in.
Nice meeting you.
There we go. Look, now we got somebody in the background. Who that talking in the background?
Oh, that's one of my frat brothers.
How you doing?
He's the organizer for the watch party here at Cigar International in Fort Worth.
Oh, very nice. So tell me, how's the turnout so far? I know it just started a couple of minutes ago. Folks starting to pile in.
It just started, so it's a slow trickle. You got to keep in mind in a lot of areas, people still in line to vote. I believe in Dallas County, they're going to be voting until 9 p.m. They're going to keep the polling locations open until 9 p.m. So the night that I envision is going to be a little different. I am excited about that because of the fact that long lines means that we have a lot of people that are excited, empowered, and energized to vote. I was a little disappointed at some of the comments that I've seen about people being turned around at their polling locations and things of that nature. And so we definitely have to do a better job of educating our electorate on changes each year to voting laws. I was telling someone today that here in Texas, trying to vote is the equivalent of trying to walk across a minefield because every year they enact new rules to try to suppress the vote. But one thing we're going to do, we're going to overcome. I don't care what they throw at us, we are going to overcome.
Yeah. And your I don't know if it's the connection, Jeswa, Robo, if you can hear me. I don't know if it's the connection, but I can hear you fine, but the video just keeps dropping out. Like I can hear you just fine, but the video continues to drop out on us. And when you leaned in, I think it made it a little bit better. I don't know how it did that, but it just made it a little bit better, like it's tracking you or something.
Okay, what I'll do, I'll change. Right now, I'm on the public internet. Let me see if I can switch up the internet. So when you move to another segment, what I can do, I can switch the Wi-Fi that I'm connected to.
Okay, so I'm gonna just kick you because we're smooth selling for now, right? We're in and out. So I'm gonna kick you for now, and then when you come back in, then we can pull you on.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you. Yes, his audio was good, but it was still cutting out. Was it just for me? Now look, don't make me sound like I'm crazy. The audio was decent. Amani, wasn't it cutting out just a little bit? Yeah, I thought so. So yes, keep weighing in. Again, Dallas County Dems, a petition was signed to give you 2 hours extra time to go and get your vote heard in this election. If you are in line, make sure you stay in line. It is very important that you stay in line and do what you got to do. Courtney says, oh, I've learned how, wait, what? I've learned how biased it can be regarding this Texas Senate race. Girl, everybody can be biased if I'm being honest with you. But what I am telling you is that I hope you got your vote in and you made your voice heard. Ashley says, I am rocking my Loud Women Vote shirt. Oh, I love that. Loud Women Lead is another organization that I have, you guys, where we do a lot of civic engagement type work. It's an amazing organization. Go and check it out. loudwomenlead.com. I don't want to divert too much attention to it, but it is an amazing organization. And we did a voting initiative last year where we showed up and made sure we had water and gave out snacks and all that kind of stuff. Not directly to folks that are in line. We were well outside of I think it's 100 feet or whatever. You got to be away from the line to get into the building. Okay. So again, a reminder for anybody who just joined us, the reason we came on a few minutes early is to let you know that Dallas County, a judge in Dallas County, has extended voting by 2 hours for folks in Dallas County. It is very important that I mention it. As a matter of fact, I need to go over to my TikTok. TikTok been suppressing all of my stuff all day. I need to make sure that I put that on here because, like, right now this says is TikTok shadow banning me? Oh my God. Like, my videos usually do fairly decently on TikTok. I have 1 view. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, well. Child. I'm going to still put the information out there. Patrice says, yes, something is going on today. Do you post over there on TikTok? That is crazy. Now we got some trolls in here tonight? Now let me be very clear. I don't know who some of y'all new folks is, because again, I know you might be new around here, but if you go through my page, I know you ain't gonna say nothing about no biases there, because we talk to both candidates in this race. And a lot of y'all will say that y'all are following independent media. Y'all are following people who, I don't want to say independent media. You may be following independent media. Let me take that back. But are you following journalists? Right? And honestly, at this point, right is right and wrong is wrong. And so, I just want to toss that out there. Okay, my friend voted. I told her to send me her voting sticker because she was playing, took all day. 6:45, she finally got her vote in. That's crazy. I try to tell my people to make sure they signing up to get things done. Yeah, something weird is going on with TikTok. I agree. I was supposed to delete it too. I haven't done that yet. I am strongly considering it. Amani, do you still have TikTok? Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about it, because it is, a lot of these apps are controlled by the administration. Like, please, if we gonna go there, let's go there, because y'all be picking and choosing which ones y'all wanna, but if we gonna do that, let's do that. I'm just saying. But a lot of them are. And so are a lot of these so-called media companies that y'all follow. But if we gonna have that conversation, let's have that conversation. Okay? All right. If not, zip it. No, I'm just kidding. You can talk as much as you want. I don't care. Okay. Patrice, what you talking about? Let's do it. Oh yeah, they are. I don't know where they came from, but that's okay. Again, if you're just joining, the reason that we started this live early is to ensure that you guys knew that there were 2 extra hours for those of you who want to vote. If you have not cast your ballot yet, let me see, who all did we have on here? Oh yeah, you know what else I wanted to show you guys? I did an interview earlier. Who said this? Now that each the precinct chairs and the folks that are at these voting locations, those are the people who are in charge of making sure that data gets to the Secretary of State. Yeah. There you have it. We have Michelle Butler coming in, Amani. Is that who we have coming in next? Miguel says it's 2 hours more it's 2 hours more than enough to vote. I'm from Georgia, but I'm rooting for to win. She's in the lead. How you know she's in the lead? Who told you that? Yeah. Hold on. Y'all, I'm about to turn my AC on because I'm over here hot. So, Amani, if you want to check on J-Swa Robo's audio, if you want to pull him on screen, but I am about to turn my AC on because that's what I'm about to do.
Can you hear me? Testing.
Your audio sounds good.
How about the video? Video better?
Yes, a lot better.
Okay. Is there a glare?
On your glasses? Yes, just a little bit.
All right. What's up, bro? So I'm trying to fix the lighting. All right. It's all good? Oh, that's the screen.
I think it looks fine, though. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. So tell me what you were saying from a standpoint of you were hearing about folks that were in line and were having some troubles trying to get through the line.
Yeah, their polling location had changed because of the fact that we're redistricting. Some of their precincts moved into different locations, and so they weren't aware of that. And so that caused some difficulty on election day. And because of the fact that some of our dear legislatures want to make voting as complicated as possible in Texas, we're voting in the equivalent of trying to cross a minefield. We have to make sure that we're doing what it takes to educate our electorate so that they are prepared for what may be changes to voting rules almost every election cycle, well, at least every other election cycle after the legislature has been in session.
And you're in Tarrant County, right?
Yes, I'm in Tarrant County.
How are things out in Tarrant County?
From what I hear, things have been pretty smooth. I am waiting. I get an hourly text message, just getting updates. I know that there are some long lines. I know that in areas that normally wouldn't have long lines. So I think that is a good sign. So we'll see. I just looked at some of the returns right now, and it looks like Congresswoman Crockett has a slight lead over State Rep Talarico right now.
Where are you looking at those? Are you on the Secretary of State site?
I think we're looking at, I think it's MS Now. I think that's what we're looking at.
Oh, let me look, I'm going to pull mine up too. How about that? So tell me, what are you guys expecting tonight? Like, are you guys going to watch all day, all evening, or what are you expecting?
We're going to watch. We're going to stay here as long as we need to.
Mm-hmm. Dallas still has those 2 hours, so it's going to be a minute.
Oh, it's going to be a minute. That's fine. That's fine. This is an opportunity for us to engage and educate and empower, because this is not the finish line. This is just the end of part one. And so the more people we can touch and talk to in a fun environment, and to help them understand the seriousness of what's happening in November, the better. And so we're in this for the long haul.
So what's the goal tonight with the event? Because you just said something that obviously makes a lot of sense. Talking to people in an environment where they feel a lot more comfortable. What's the goal with tonight's event?
So the goal for tonight is to, one, fellowship, two, talk about not just the top of the ticket, but talk about some other places on the ticket. This is an opportunity to kind of talk about some of these statewide races that people may not be that concerned or educated on, such as the comptroller. What's the importance of the comptroller? Things of that nature, and also help people to understand that if their candidate doesn't win tonight, that's not the end of the road. That is the opportunity to look at whoever the candidate is, for whichever party they're supporting. And this is your opportunity to get to know that candidate, or hopefully for that candidate to get to know you, and for you to get clarity on the issues that candidate supports and how that lines up with the things that you're concerned about. And to take it a step, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, and to take it a step further, for you to have conversations with that candidate about the issues that matter to you, so that if that candidate decides to make a promise that they're going to address those issues and you vote for them, then you can hold them accountable to these promises and commitments that they make to you.
That's good, because I think a lot of times once these folks get in office, they forget who got them now. Hello?
Oh, yeah. We got to remind them.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, like, when it comes to youth voters and younger voters, Gen Z, so to speak, what has been the conversation with some of them? Like, how are you guys trying to make sure, as a member of your organization, trying to make sure that they are also exercising their right to vote?
One of the things that when I'm talking to Generation Z and younger generations, I am trying to make sure that they articulate their wants and needs. Because for someone in the younger demographic, they may have different concerns than someone that's Generation X, such as myself. And so their desires, needs, just as important, and they need to make sure that the candidates that they're supporting have a plan for them as well. And not only have a plan for them, but that they have a plan to share with that candidate that they decide to support.
Yeah. You said Gen X, and I was like, dude, I'm just kidding. I don't know that I knew you were Gen X. I'm messing with you.
The very end of Gen X. Could have been a millennial.
You say just a little bit, okay?
Just a little bit.
Okay, Jay Swarobo, we're going to be talking to you throughout the evening. I'm going to let you go for now. We're going to bring in one of the candidates, but really just to talk about her race so far. But thank you so much. We'll be talking to you in a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so folks, you guys know throughout this entire Texas primary, I'm looking at the numbers right now. It shows Rep. Jasmine Crockett with 55% of the vote. State Rep. James Talarico with 43.7% of the vote. But it's only 12% that's in. Y'all, it just got started. Only thing that I'm seeing that even as they're tracking these numbers right now is it's still saying that voting closes at 7 p.m. And that's not the case, at least in Dallas County. So I'm guessing they're doing it across the entire state. But Dallas County Dems have until 9 p.m. to get their vote in. So a judge signed that petition earlier today, but I did just want to say what the numbers are saying, at least for now. And I'll be watching this throughout the evening. Okay, so Michelle Butler, I want to bring you into this conversation, and we can update that banner, please, from what we're seeing now. Michelle, how you doing? Hold on. Let me make sure you're on the stage, Michelle. 1 second. There we go. How you doing, Michelle?
Good evening, sis. I am encouraged. I am full of joy, and the turnout that we saw out there at early voting and even today at election day, you're right when you say it's just getting started, because as I left the polls, there were still people in the line. And even for my own race right now, just from early voting, we're up 58% of the vote. So we are really hoping to make history tonight and make sure that we go all the way to the general and really fight for these courts that affect our working families. So I am feeling very optimistic and overjoyed by what I've been seeing at the polls today. All week, actually, 2 weeks, all 2 weeks.
Talk to me about that. Did you run into any long lines? Maybe not necessarily during early voting, but what about today? Were there long lines? What was your experience today at the polls?
There were a lot of long lines at the polling location that I was. And actually, one of the things that we had to do while we were in the parking lot is we started looking up people's voting locations, because we realized a lot of people were going in thinking that it was still early vote so they could vote anywhere. So we did a lot of work in that parking lot to make sure that we took people to the correct polling location, because most people don't know, in most counties, you can vote anywhere during early vote, but on the election day, you have to vote at your assigned precinct. So there were a lot of people at the last hour. We had to rush and say, hey, you need to get over there as soon as you're in line by 7 p.m. We saw a lot of that. And for the last 2 weeks I was there, I saw a little bit of people who also wanted to come and vote, but they were finding out that they lived there for 20 years, but they were being told that they don't live there anymore. We experienced a lot of that. So we had to make a call to the elections department. So there's been a lot going on out there, but I want you to know that the enthusiasm is there. Democrats are outnumbering any Republican in that parking lot. So there's a lot of optimism, and we're going to see great turnout this evening.
Okay, so for those of you who are just joining us, and Michelle, some folks may not be familiar with who you are. So let's do a quick little introduction of who you are, what county you're in. And also in Denton County, if I'm not mistaken, you guys have had this before. It was just new for Dallas County and Williamson County. They were added to the list of counties that were going to do that the way that we're doing voting on the election day.
Yes, that's how we've always done it over here in Denton County. So as far as introductions go, my name is Michelle Butler. I am running for Justice of the Peace, Precinct 6 in Denton County. If elected, I would be the first Black JP in Denton County. I am really out here fighting for our working families. These courts touch our personal lives when we're at our most vulnerable. We're talking evictions, truancies, debt and collections. We actually do not send anyone to jail, but we do set bail. So there's a lot of things here that impact people at the very nuclear level in their lives.
So Michelle, real quick, one of the things that you did last time around, not our friend trying to get some airtime. You can look, let it ride, Michelle. It's fine. So one of the things, I'm gonna call it out. It's fine to me. One of the things that you were talking about, Michelle, is I feel like you really broke down like what this particular office means to everyday people. And I would love for you to do that for us.
Yes. What I love to tell people is that this office impacts your daily life as it pertains to like hardship. We talk about the Senate races, which we're all very excited about, the congressional races, but most often things that impact us directly at a local level happen in these local races. So if you will think about, say, you got laid off from your job, or you got fired, or something happened, things happen, and most people are just a couple of savings away from being in a JP court for eviction. And this is not just for folks who live in apartments, folks. If you have a mortgage and you are behind on that mortgage in the court, and your mortgage company decides to take you to court, either to short sale or foreclose, there is a judge that sits on that bench that has jurisdiction as to—
Hold on. I want to say this real quick, because they're showing Denton County right now, 55% of the votes, the different six. They took James Talarico took Denton County so far. He is leading in Denton County. Jasmine Crockett right behind him. I didn't get the number of in between of how much he was winning by. Again, you guys know all the votes aren't in at this point, but
that's early vote so far.
The early votes that are in so far. But so far he was winning up in Denton County, and I wanted to make mention of that simply because I have you on here running up that way. So when you hear those numbers, again, that's just early, but when you hear those numbers, what does that signal to you?
It's too early to call. It's way too early to call, even make even an inclination towards any sort of judgment. I have been where I have been poll grading and where I've been talking to folks. I saw a lot of enthusiasm for Jasmine. Just there was enthusiasm for Talarico. So it is too early to call for anyone to even try to lead it in any direction because polls are still wrapped around the corner. We are going to have to wait until the final hour to get the answer to this. I am just really so excited about the turnout of folks. People are they're gassed up and they're ready. They're ready to make change.
I can hear it in your voice, and I love that you said gassed up because I feel like I'm gassed up at this point because I haven't had any sleep today. Thank goodness my producer was able to get her a nap in because she's kind of been keeping me in check, honestly. I was just saying stuff earlier. She was like, "You mean the this?" And I'm like, "Girl, thank goodness you've been around long enough to know what I'm saying because I'm not even saying what I'm saying."
You're like, I'm delirious because you've been having interview after interview after interview, and you've done such great work of like informing people.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to know that there were a lot of people who came to the polls that said, "I'm here to vote for you because I saw you on the Tashara Parker show." So
wow,
having an impact. Keep doing what you're doing and elevating candidates and elevating all of these stories. It is working.
Okay, Michelle Butler, thank you so much. Appreciate you joining us briefly. Good luck to you in your race. And always feel free to come back to the Tashara Parker Show channel. Either way, okay, whatever happens at the end of this evening.
Be back.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Bye, sis. Thank you.
No problem. Oh, my producer will kick you out in a minute. She don't play. Okay. Kara, thank you for mentioning those numbers. I appreciate that. Again, these are still way early numbers. But we were just watching over on the TV. It said 55% Talarico, 44% Crockett in Denton County. And the only reason that we mentioned anything about the early votes that are in Denton County is because Michelle Butler, who we just had on, is running up in Denton. Okay, so I do see that we have another candidate that just joined us. We told the candidates that they can drop in as they please. And I do want to go ahead and bring in Miss Julie Johnson. Hi, Julie.
Hey there. How you doing?
I am doing well. The fact that you made time tonight of all nights, I just want to say thank you. Okay.
Hey, girl, I always make time for you. You're Tashara Parker. Are you kidding?
Tell us how it's been today, Julie.
You know, it's been amazing. We have had people out all across this district at polls. So many people have come up to say they're voting for us. They support us because you know what? We're coalition builders. We have support from everyone in this district, everyone in this race. And I'm just so proud of my team. I'm so proud of my volunteers, and I'm so grateful for all the support that we have out there in the district, 33rd district.
First, let's go back just a little bit. Congresswoman, tell the folks who you are, what area you're running from, because they still got 2 hours, hour and a half at this point in Dallas.
Let's
talk about it. Yeah.
So I currently represent the 32nd Congressional District. And as you know, Republicans have tried to stop the vote, restrict the vote. They did gerrymandered redistricting. They compressed 2 congressional districts into 1. And so I'm now representing this, running for the 33rd Congressional District. It actually has the largest chunk of my existing district in it. And so that's one of the reasons I chose that. But what has happened today at the polls with Republicans trying to disenfranchise the vote is atrocious. We have heard so many complaints from voters going to the wrong polls. We tried to communicate with everyone as hard as we could during early vote that this was going to be a mess, and it certainly turned out to be that.
Have you communicated with the Dallas County Democratic Party at all this evening?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And we sent, texts out to 17,000 voters. We were like, don't leave, make your vote known. Don't give up. Don't let Republicans win this attempt to disenfranchise the vote. But this has been known for a long time. This plan was put in place in December. My campaign, we really prepared hard for it. We tried to educate voters about what was going to happen, educate our poll workers, educate people there to be prepared for today. And I'm really glad that we did. We were able to help a lot of folks out there.
I want to ask you, when you hear all of this chaos surrounding today as far as voting is concerned, and thank goodness folks are staying in line. So I'm happy to hear that. We went live to some voting locations earlier in the show, and we saw that the lines were still long. People were still waiting, and they still trying to get their votes in this evening in parts of Dallas County. But when you hear about all these issues, and yes, we knew that it was coming, but when you hear about this stuff, what does that signal to voters ahead of November, or just signal to voters about the whole election day process?
Right. Well, I hope it signals to voters to be mad enough to not let Republicans win. to not let these people try to keep them from voting, to say, hell no, my vote matters and I'm going to count it, by God. I hope it instills them, rather than despair that, oh, I'm just going to give up, this is too hard. So I really hope voters stick with it. There's a lot on the line. This country is headed in the wrong direction with Donald Trump and Republicans who are complicit in it. Democrats need to prevail. This primary is a key step in making sure we have our best candidates on the ballot in November so that we can flip the House, we can hold this administration accountable, and we can win at the state level as well. So there's a lot on the line for these votes.
All right, Julie Johnson, anything else you want to add?
Just make sure you get out there and vote. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to our campaign. We're here to help. We're at most of the polling locations in District 33rd, but please know your vote matters and it's important to us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Julie. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Okay, folks. As I mentioned, the candidates are able to just drop in as they please throughout the evening. So we'll certainly have others joining us later on, I believe, honestly, if they can make time, because today has been crazy. And I know a lot of them are like, babe, we got to stay at these polls until 9 o'clock because they trying to watch them numbers as much as the rest of us. So 14% of the vote in on the Republican side has Cornyn in the lead. He's the incumbent right now. For those of you who are following this stuff, he's running up against Paxton and Mr. Hunt, Wesley Hunt. So those are the numbers right now. Cornyn has 44.7%, 38.7% is what Paxton currently has right now. But again, only 14% of the vote is in. So we're going to be here all night waiting on these numbers to come in. Hey, as long as y'all hang with me, we're going to be up in this thing and we're going to be watching the numbers as closely as you guys are watching. Arkansas also watching for their primary numbers to come in as well. But big races that are happening right now. Currently, 14% of the vote is in on the Dem side. Crockett is leading with 51%. Talarico at 47%. And Ahmad Hassan at 1% of the vote. So now they're going to go through all the different counties, but that was just some of the numbers that are in right now. All this is early numbers, y'all. Early numbers. So, it's always nice to watch these shows, these election day shows, but honestly, it's going to be a minute, may even go well into the evening, until we get some actual true numbers. Still an hour plus for Democrat voters to get their votes in Dallas County after that emergency petition was there. Velma said, that's why I voted early. I knew it was going to be chaotic. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Wait, what y'all laughing at, Ashley? What I miss? What y'all laughing at? One of our members. What happened? What y'all miss? Who, me? They talk about me? They talk about me? Oh, I was like, wait a minute now. Now, why does light just get all of a sudden so much brighter? I'm gonna have to back that thing up. I need some juvie on the bead. Girl, you look good. Won't you back that? Let me back this camera up, okay? Because the lighting is lighting over here. And let me tell y'all something. What y'all think about them blue lights in the back? Don't act like y'all didn't notice that we switched it up from the daytime. We went from daytime with our light orange lights to nighttime. It's giving sultry, okay? Yeah. It's electric blue in the background. Please don't act like y'all don't see it. And my face all shiny. This is what I used to do in the commercial breaks when I was at the TV station and y'all couldn't see it. But at this point, yeah. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. I always vote early. That is great, Sloan. Rachel saying she loves the blue lights. Rachel, by the way, do we have some recognition for Miss Rachel? Thank you. This is something you're able to do over on the YouTubes to show your support. Rachel, thank you so much for being a supporter of the Tashara Parker Show channel. For those of you who want to join or become a member, you can do that as well. Our memberships are very affordable. So again, Rachel, thank you for going above and beyond and being a part of the Tashara Parker Show and the work that we're building over here. I want to remind you, if you have not liked, that means hit that thumbs up button. If you have not liked the page yet, make sure you like it. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit subscribe. J Swall Robo, I see you kind of standing back up. Were you trying to get back in here?
Let's see.
What were you saying? Were you shaking your head at me?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Were you
Yes,
trying to
I
come back
can.
on?
No, I was telling Amani I was going to step outside real quick and get some. We got some food trucks outside, so I was going to
Ooh, that sounds
make sure
amazing.
that I met with some of our patrons.
Okay. Yeah, go do your thing. No problem. Thank you so
Okay.
much, man.
Okay, you're welcome.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let me see. Carmen. Okay, my girl Carmen. We had trouble with the location, our designated location, excuse me. When we arrived, they told us if we were voting Republican, we couldn't vote there. We were turned away. So, Carmen, did you find out the exact location you needed to go to? That's okay. That is what is so confusing for a lot of people, y'all. That is what is so confusing, right? You're so used to going to one polling location. And when you get there, they tell you, oh, either the Republicans are not at this location or the Democrats are not at this location. So it sounds like, again, you may have went to the Republican voting location that's in your area, but it's a separate location for the Dems. I would love to know if you were told where you needed to go, number one, but also if you actually went to that location. I hope so. I hope so, because that's just sad. And I know you way up there in Collin County. Okay, so Carmen was able to vote. Okay, perfect. You were able to vote there Friday. Okay, all right, that's good. Who is this? They greeted us and said, Democrats in this line, Republicans over there, and wave. That is so funny to me. It is what it is. As long as they told you where you needed to go. Okay. As long as they told you where you needed to go. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love in the comments. And again, I want to thank our members and shout you guys out. I'm so appreciative of all the support. So let me know, do you guys have any questions? I do want to bring in, let me see if I can pull up this video because I didn't want to download it, but I had an amazing interview earlier. Let's see here. Let's see if this will play. Share screen. There's two of her. Okay, so let me fast forward to this. This was earlier today. And when I tell you I have team no sleep over here, team no sleep. Baby, I've been working all day. Okay. Don't say I never that I don't work hard to gain your trust over here on the YouTube. Okay. So let me play this. You've been following this stuff. You're the chair of the DNC Youth Council and a member of the Democratic National Committee's Rules and Bylaws Committee. Ooh, that's the long title. But we're gonna get it together. You've been tracking what's happening. So tell me, what are you hearing from folks on the ground?
Yeah, Tashara, it's a lot like what you've said. There are folks that are used to having voted countywide at voting centers. For instance, I myself, I usually like to vote near work or maybe after picking up the kid from school. Voting as a family, they're now finding that they, in certain counties, like you said, Dallas and Williamson County, aren't able to vote like they were used to doing so. And that is causing confusion. People are showing up to a polling place and being told they have to go elsewhere if they want to cast their vote. And just any obstacle to voting, in my opinion, is just not great.
How widespread has this been? Again, I know we quoted those numbers, and I want to be clear, those numbers, I pulled those numbers from what you mentioned over on your Twitter page. And I'm guessing you got that information from, was that from Kendall Scudder, from the Texas Democrats?
The final numbers is something that's just going to be hard to say until the dust has settled, because it's having to collect this info from the precinct level, from the precinct, the judges that are working these elections. The number of people they're turning away. We don't know until all is said and done with this election exactly how many it's going to be. Some number of those people, unfortunately, might just go home instead of going to the right place. But other folks are going to make sure they drive that extra 20 minutes to go cast their vote because it's safer to them. So I, of course, am really hoping that the number of people affected by the end of the day is a minimum. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait to see what the turnout numbers say.
Understood. You pointed to the decision not to hold countywide joint primaries as a major factor in this confusion.
I think those of us who follow this stuff closely understands what that means, right? But not a lot of people do. How does that decision change the voting experience for people who may be used to voting at the same location, regardless of party? Because again, I'm seeing these reports, even myself, of people saying, I've been voting here for years, and they don't fully understand that these locations in some instances are separate now.
Yeah, this is a quirk within the Texas election code. Not a lot of people know this, but the primaries in Texas are also administered in part by the political parties themselves. And so in a lot of counties, most of them, and for Dallas County in quite some time, usually the political parties can come to some kind of agreement and they're able to hold these joint unified primaries. And when that happens, that's when everyone's able to show up to the same polling location. You just then, when you go to vote, they'll ask you, would you like a Democratic ballot or Republican ballot? But due to some differences between the parties, the Republican parties in these two areas wanted to hold their elections with paper hand-counted ballots this year instead of electronic ballots. So because those differences weren't able to be reconciled, they ended up being split up primaries. And so that is what you're seeing and why things are different than voters might have been used to.
And when voters arrive at these polling locations and they're told they're in the wrong place, hopefully in enough time, and they're told they're in the wrong place, what options do they have in that moment, and what steps should they take to get to where they need to be to cast their ballot today?
For should, I would hope if they're all able to be able to go to the right polling location so that they're able to cast a full ballot. There are options for voters to cast provisional ballots, but those have a lot of different rules attached. And the safest way to make sure your vote is banked is to get to that polling location that is, listed on your voter registration card or on.
Okay, and I do want to pull something up here because I never like to just tell folks everything that's wrong without sharing with them some resources. And so real quick, I just want to show this. And one of these sites I've been showing for quite some time on the Tashara Parker Show channel, and that's the Dallas County Votes.org website, so that folks are aware of where they can go and find this information if you, for whatever reason, don't have your voter registration card. So if you go to this website, DallasCountyVotes.org, you hit this drop-down menu that says voters. This is where you can go and find your vote center. All you have to do is scroll down, click on whichever party you're looking for, okay? I'm gonna click on the Democratic Party. Here's where you'll put your address in, easy peasy. That address is my P.O. box, so don't think y'all know where I live. That's my P.O. box, but you put in your address, okay, and it'll tell you where you need to go to cast your ballot. Another one that I want to show you is this one, and I got this one from your site. So if you could explain from your tweet, excuse me. So if you could explain what we're looking at here, Andre.
Sure, and that's a really similar resource just from Williamson County itself. Except instead of the interactive map, it's just broken down literally every single polling location spelled out like that. But otherwise, it's that exact kind of resource to just help connect people to their polling locations who maybe now after multiple elections weren't used to having to show up to one specific one.
Mm-hmm. What is happening now, say about the current state of the Democratic Party at this point, with so many eyes on Texas? What's the messaging now?
Yeah, I think it is really, really interesting because for the first time in a long time, all eyes are on Texas. Texas has been a major player in national politics. We're Super Tuesday state with a lot of delegates, so people pay attention to us in presidential years. But it has been a long time since we have had, the top of the line competitive Democratic primary that is driving this turnout that we're seeing. I'm incredibly enthusiastic about the voter turnout that we're seeing just across the state. And that's definitely got some people paying attention at the national party. We're seeing large national groups like the Democratic National Committee, the DCCC, DSCC, all these alphabet soups that are looking to make real investments in Texas because they're seeing the Democratic voters respond ready to get to work.
What do you think folks need to understand about the Democratic Party as it stands right now? Because I'll be honest with you, there are a lot of people who still aren't getting out to vote, people I've had conversations with, and it's because they feel like between both parties, they never really get what they say they're going to do, right? They never do what they say they're going to do. So from a messaging standpoint, how do you win over those folks to really getting out there and understanding that their voice and their vote matters?
Yeah, For those folks, I would recommend just listening to the candidates themselves. Don't try to, don't go online and check out what a podcast is saying or something like that about talking about what the parties say. Actually tune in and listen to these candidates, and they're making themselves available. It would be hard to miss what these candidates have been saying. They are all over the airwaves. They're everywhere right now. But listen to them themselves, and you check out those voting records. And in my opinion, on a lot of these issues that matter to people right now, some of these things that are fundamentally affecting our lives right now. We've got ICE, we've got the affordability crisis, there's the new war in Iran. Listen to what the Democrats are saying and judge for yourself if those are the kinds of people that you want fighting for you. In my opinion, the way I've seen Democrats standing up in this Trump administration, they have earned my vote. But it's a fair question. Should they, have they earned my vote? I think the answer is yes. But I highly encourage people to actually just go straight to the source and listen to what the candidates and representatives themselves are actually doing and actually saying. And to me, they're being inspired.
Straight to the source. I am not telling you what. I try my best to get as many of them on this show.
Okay.
And you're right.
That interview was from earlier today. I kind of tricked y'all a little bit with having it full, what we call full screen there. That interview was from earlier, not that long ago. I was talking to Andre, and that's when we first started getting word that there were issues at some of the polling places. There have been issues all day because we talked to Elaine earlier today, who is our voting expert. And she was telling us that people were coming to her location and they were at the wrong spot. And so they had been turning folks away and showing them where they needed to go, etc., all throughout this morning. So anyways, Andre was kind enough to offer his time and to chat with us earlier again today about the numbers and what's coming in. I do want to show you guys so far what the numbers are saying. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull those up real quick. Tracy, we'll come to you in just a second. But I do want to show these numbers real quick to show you what we are dealing with. Here we go. Okay. Here are the numbers right now. I always say you guys can check out this stuff yourself too. These numbers were last updated 7:47 is what I have here. So it shows the amount of votes so far. I'm sure there are much more than that are in right now. Only 27% of the 254 counties are reporting at this point. These are the total votes right now. I know those numbers are going to be off. And this one of the reasons I hate looking at some of these graphs and charts and all of that is because even though it looks like they're updated, they're not really updated. Okay. So I'll keep watching it, but only 5% of polling locations are reporting, number one, and 27% of counties have turned in their reports. So I just want to make mention of that. And these are all unofficial results that I'm looking over on the Secretary of State's website. Again, so you guys continue to weigh in. Let me know how you're doing. What's your setup like tonight? Are you going to be watching this stuff as closely as the rest of us are watching it? As I mentioned to you at the top of the show, we're having candidates drop in and just chat with us about how their day was, what they experienced at the polls. So I do want to go ahead and bring in Tracy Shelby. How you doing, Tracy?
Hello, my sir. How you doing?
I am doing well. Introduce yourself right quick to folks who don't know you.
I am Tracy Shelby Williams. I am running for the 298 Civil District Court.
Okay, and that is part of Dallas County.
All of Dallas County.
Yep. Okay. And one of the things, thank you for correcting that. One of the things that I wanted you to tell folks just real quick. Well, actually, let me back up. How was your day? Did we lose you, Shelby? Tracy, are you there? Now we done had her backstage all this time and all of a sudden the phone want to start acting up. Tracy, let me know if you're there. Okay. Okay. So they'll bring her back in because I wanted her to talk about her race for Dallas County, for one of the judge seats in Dallas County. Mark is saying, in Denton County, my wife was turned around from our polling location of 5 years. Y'all, that is what I am saying. All these polling locations that people have been going to for years. Dallas County hasn't done this in a really long time. Denton County has done it for a while, but of course with redistricting, et cetera, some of those locations, precinct locations, polling locations has changed. So I do want to point that out. Hey, TJ. Yeah, so a lot of them has changed. Did y'all get to vote though, Mark? Please tell me y'all got to vote. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Okay, Tracy, I see you back in there. I don't know what happened. Not the devil is busy. They say we in Mercury retrograde or some stuff they be talking about, child. Can you hear me, Tracy?
Yes, I can. Sorry for that. You know I love you.
The devil just working, that's all. Okay,
That's
so
all.
tell us about this particular judgeship and what you guys handle in that court.
This is the 298 Civil District Court. It is all civil cases. We do personal injury, medical malpractice, business litigation, breach of contract. You come to our court for mostly monetary judgments.
Okay. Tracy, how was it today? I know you guys were out at the polls and you were working earlier throughout the day and visiting some of those locations. How was it for you? What did you see as far as the lines are concerned? What was it like?
Currently, I'm here at St. Paul um, United Methodist Church on Lovers Lane. They have a line wrapped around the building because voting is open to 9. What
Yep.
I have seen that voters has been turned around. Over in Lancaster, we had voters walking out with their ballots because the machine are not working. We had
Mm.
disabled people in their cars could not vote because the machines are not working. We had hundreds of voters just confused about voter locations that at the wrong location. Even here, we got navigators still standing in line, turning voters around because they're at the
Wow.
wrong location.
That is so disheartening to hear.
It's voter
How are
suppression.
Yeah, absolutely. How are people responding when when they're told that that is not their location? Have you heard any of those responses from them?
They're frustrated. They're angry. They don't understand that for years they've been voting at a specific spot or anywhere. And they don't understand why it has to be different this time. Then
Yeah.
you have to explain to them why it's different. Why you can't vote here. Why you have to go somewhere else to vote. And they're frustrated. After they worked all day long, now they have to come here and we
Usually that happens if Tracy is getting a call in. So I'm going to remove her. Hey, that's technology for you. We know how it works. So I'll remove her, and if she's able to come back in, Amani, just let me know. And there we go.
disturb, but I put my phone on do not disturb, but they still coming through. What am I doing wrong?
I don't know, but I know it's a busy night for you, Tracy. So folks gonna be checking in, trying to see what's
I
going
know,
on.
calling me constantly. Amani, did you take my results? Did I win? Because people take my phone, keep ringing. Amani, look up my court and let me know what happened.
Amani, check her card and see if her numbers came in.
Come in, because my phone won't stop ringing. People knocking on the doors. I'm like, I'm on the phone. I'm on air with you. I like hanging out with you.
Well, Tracy, hopefully they calling to give you some good news. Amani's checking in the background and I can see her. So if she says something, then I'll have it, but she'll drop it in the chat too. So you
Okay.
were saying that people were there and they were telling them they were turning them away, and you were saying that most of them were frustrated. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, they was frustrated and upset. I was at Houston School Elementary in Lancaster. This guy who was deaf waited in that line over an hour for them to tell them that machine doesn't work. And then people was walking out with their ballot. The white sheet that you vote on, the scan machine wasn't working. They were frustrated. They was throwing ballots in the trash.
What?
And this, yes, throwing ballots. They were like, "I'm not gonna vote. I'm leaving." And 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 for me as a candidate, for me that's lost votes. When
Yeah.
people come to the polls to vote, it should be like you going to a 5-star hotel. It
Right.
should be a great experience. You should want to come back again and vote the next election. But
Yeah.
their voters has been highly frustrated, suppressed, turned around, and frustrated.
Yeah. My goodness. I saw a comment here and I wanted to read this comment from one of our viewers. It's from Dorothy Reed, also a member of the Tashara Parker Show channel. Thank you so much. She says, Democrats don't carry on like Republicans saying elections are rigged. We know Republicans do everything in their power saying cheat, cheat, cheat. We never say that when we know that that is all that they do. What is your response to hearing something like that, saying that Democrats don't continue talking or pushing the issue like Republicans do when they start saying that the Dems are cheating?
We have to do better in fighting. For instance, the broken machines, machines should not be breaking down.
Right.
People waiting in line for hours. We did not do a good job educating the public of where they should be voting and what precinct they should have been voting in. And it's shame on us, even a shame on me as a candidate.
Mm,
I asked people to vote early, look up your precinct, but we understand voters are not going to do it. They have to be hand fed. And we should have done a better job stating that if you live here, you vote here. And we didn't do that.
yeah. Yeah. Way to take accountability. And I do feel like, to a certain extent we try, but we can always do better. All of us can always do better of
Yes.
informing and making sure that people are aware of these changes. Specifically in, where to go and navigate and get to the right place. So I agree with you, hands down. Anything else, Tracy, you want to leave folks with? Perhaps maybe even somebody that's still in line waiting to vote, as far as like making sure that they get their voice heard?
Do not get frustrated. This is what the Republicans want. They want to suppress the Democrat votes. They want you to throw your ballot away. They want you to get out of line. They want you to go home and not vote. But we have to fight back. And for our party leaders and our county leaders, we have to do better. When voters come, it should be a great welcoming experience that they would want to show back up for the next election. But once again, sorry, my friend, beautiful and beloved, I am Tracy Shelby Williams, and I'm running for the 298th Civil District Court. If you are still in line and you have not yet voted, please, please cast your vote for me tonight. I need you. Thank you, beloved. Thank you, my friend.
You are welcome. And I just want to say that we did receive an update saying the votes have not started rolling in yet for the 298th court. So
Okay.
not yet. They probably just calling to check in because I know it's a busy
Yes.
night for y'all. And I
Yes.
appreciate you even making time for us tonight on such a
Yes.
busy evening for you. Thank you so much, Tracy. Good luck to you.
Thank you, my Sora. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Okay, folks. As I mentioned, all the candidates are able to drop in. We put notes out to many of them to stop in and just say hello to our audience and let us know how things were at the polls forum today. Dorothy, I see your comment. I'll drop it on the screen here so folks can read it. What it said? That's what Greg Abbott and MAGA count on people to get frustrated and don't vote. I hope people stay in line like they waiting on their income tax check. That part, okay? Because we gonna wait on that income tax check. Well, folks, they ain't get no refunds. Shoot. No, but thank you for that. Hey Linda. Hello, hello, hello. Aisha stressing again, this is why early voting is so important. It's so that we can avoid this type of mess. That is so true. Early voting is so important. And I tell you what, come November, no matter who's on the ballot, we are going to push this early voting thing. I'm looking at the screen right now, 35% of the vote in. James Talarico, 52.1% of the vote over Crockett. Rep Crockett, 46.8% of the vote. The next poll closes in about 20 seconds where some more numbers are going to come in. But again, right now, 35% of the vote in for the U.S. Senate primary. Texas, Talarico, 441,589 on the votes. Jasmine Crockett, 396,000. She's at 46.8%. Talarico is at 52.1%. Hey, LaShonda. LaShonda, did you go vote? I remember we were having a conversation. Let me know that you made it happen, Miss Wesley. Let me know. What is Carlotta Mixon? What's the voter's role in making sure they are at the correct location prior to voting? So there is a website. It's called DallasCountyVotes.org. Now, let me preface this by saying the website was down for a couple of minutes earlier. Well, it may have been longer than that, but it was down several times when I tried to get on it earlier. And that was actually cited in one of the reasons why the Democrats, the Dallas County Democrats, was able to get voting extended by 2 hours when a judge signed that petition. They cited that the site was down where people can go and find their location. So that is the voter's role. And we know sometimes you got to spoon feed this information because oftentimes people just, again, assume that they can go to their location and go to the same location they've been going to for years. I want to reiterate, it's too early to call that these numbers are in. 35% of the vote. Crockett with 46.8%, 404,000 votes just about. And Talarico in the lead, 52.1% at this point. Carlotta, I hope that made sense and I answered your question. Good evening, one of our members. We love our members over here. We're going to shout y'all out to the rooftops, okay? Thank you, Mrs. Queen Sun Kids, for being a member of the Tashard Parker Show channel and supporting our work. Same thing on the Texas Republican side, the Senate primary, too early to call. I'm watching the numbers and the shows just like all of y'all. And I'm seeing these numbers continue to update over on the Texas Secretary of State website as well. So yeah, child, we paying attention, seeing what's going on. 33% of the vote in so far. Who is this? Don saying, I'm glad I voted last week. Absolutely. Who went in on a John Cornyn still in the lead right now, slightly, 43% over Ken Paxton with 39%. Wesley Hunt, 13% of the vote. John Cornyn, as a reminder, is the incumbent on the Republican side of that race currently. So 43% to 39 is what Paxton has. Okay, LaShonda says she went voted. I know my people gonna get their vote in, period. Okay, yes, ma'am. Linda says I early voted. Kevin, don't come out here spreading misinformation because the numbers ain't even in yet for you to be saying all that. Go on now. Roxanne, hopefully you heard what I just mentioned. Greg Abbott just won the Republican governor primary. Greg Abbott won the GOP nomination for Texas governor. Now, mind you, these are only picking which person from each side is going to represent the party in the November election. On the Republican side is Governor Abbott. Ooh, no, I didn't. Excuse me. It's too early. It ain't even 9 o'clock. The polls ain't even closed yet. And I'm over here yawning. LaShonda says she voted on Thursday. Don, I wish I can see your, I'm guessing you put a GIF in the comments, but I can't see that over on Facebook. Aisha saying, Jasmine got this. We won't really know the results until really late. That is very true. That is very true. What to say, child? Because you called me out. I told my family that Tashard Parker called me out. Did very much. Did because you was playing. You should have. You a member of the channel. As much as we've been talking about early voting, you should have been voting 2 weeks ago or the first day of early voting. Okay. So, anyways, no, I'm glad you got it in. I appreciate that. Hey, good morning. Good morning, child. I'm so used to telling y'all good morning. Good evening, Maxie. How you doing? Good evening. Regina saying, glad I early voted. Saying who she voted for. Miss Crockett, Patrice Gardner. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. Those are just the numbers so far. Dallas County results will put Jasmine on top. That's coming from Aisha. So again, you guys, thank you so much for weighing in. Looks like I have a note that I didn't see. My bad. Dan Patrick, projected winner for the lieutenant governor spot on the Republican side of the primary. The Senate race, they're showing Cornyn numbers again on the Republican side. 43.6% of the vote. Paxton at 39.4%, 34% overall of the vote in. I'm sure some of you folks who don't like math are like, girl, tell me when the regular numbers come in, okay? When we at the end, okay? Oh, shut up. Y'all play too much. I gotta watch before I click on them comments. Why y'all cutting up? Friend, get some extra chewing gum. It will get you right. My gum is actually in my car, so I can't get anything right now unless y'all gonna stay on here for 15 minutes while I go to my car. But I ain't gonna do that. You know what I do have? I do have some dark chocolate. So I'm gonna grab that. And I'm gonna pop me some popcorn. So y'all hold on for a second. Is that okay? Actually, Jay Swarobo, are you eating back there? No? You got your headphones in? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna pull you in. You want to talk to the people? Let me pull you in. Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
Right now,
I'm gonna let you talk to them. I'm gonna go start my popcorn. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
What's going on, good people? It looks like Tarrant County has released their early voting results. And right now it's Jasmine Crockett, 70,000
You can't beat going down
James Talarico, 54,150.
Oh yeah, there you go.
He's up 55%.
Yeah, but
his 43%.
I'm not gonna live there. But
now, of course, election night results have not been dropped yet, so we have a long night ahead of us.
You got some chicken?
Hello, LaShonda. Tisha Shante, how are you doing this evening?
No, that's not cheese. That is potato salad.
Let me work on
Devil's egg potato salad.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. The producers let me know we had a lot of background noise going on.
Hey, Samad. Come meet all the brothers.
Amani, is that better? Okay, let's see what these numbers are looking like. Right now, it's too early to call. I know some of you are seeing that Talarico is ahead, 52 to Crockett's 46. But you have to keep in mind that Dallas County hasn't released their votes yet. Harris County hasn't released their votes yet, and neither is Tarrant County. So those are three of the largest counties. Those three counties, I believe, are going to determine the outcome of this election. We still have a long night ahead of us because of the fact that Dallas County is not going to close their polling locations until 9 p.m.
They promised me.
Let's see what we got in the comments.
Do both alcohol and pork in the same season.
Kevin Wade. So we're looking at Jasmine Crockett as our future president in 2 years. Okay.
What they say?
Kevin said that we're looking at Jasmine Crockett as our future president in 2 years.
Child, I heard you talk about some of the numbers. I got my popcorn, y'all. I don't have any fancy little bucket. It's in a mixing bowl.
I just had some barbecue ribs.
Oh, I love that for you. I need me a little stand to put my popcorn on. It's gonna be that kind of night.
A lot of food.
That kind of night. And usually when I make popcorn, it's like a
You
little
gotta
mixed
say something
situation. I
now and
got
later. You know those now and later.
pretzels and marshmallows and what else I put in there? Some dark chocolate. So that's my
And
little mix.
popcorn.
Oh yeah,
Dark
it's gonna keep
chocolate
me up.
and pretzels and popcorn.
It's delicious. A little salty, a little sweet. Oh, and I do kettle corn too. So it's a sweeter popcorn.
Sounds like a stomach ache.
Did you? It's actually,
Yeah.
it's not. But did you talk about District 18 out in Houston? By the way, I know I have some of my family from Houston that watches.
Down.
Looks like so far, who is this? Christian Menifee is beating Al Green. Both of them are incumbents for their districts. And Al Green is somebody who's been around in Houston for many, many years, been in Congress for many, many years. And he's well liked and well loved, and it shows that he's currently getting beat out. He's the guy, if you guys can recall, last week at the State of the Union. Was that last week or this week? Time just flies. But whenever the State of the Union last week, the State of the Union, he had that sign that said Black people are not apes. So if you remember that sign that went viral, that was Al Green out of Houston. So anyway, currently, again, it's too early to call any numbers in the state of Texas, but currently Christian Menifee, who is new to Congress, still an incumbent, new to Congress, may take over the very much historic district. And let me tell you about District 18 in Houston. This is a district that was held by Barbara Jordan and just, I mean, some incredible larger than life figures. Sheila Jackson Lee. And then after her, oh my God, I cannot believe the mayor, the original mayor. I mean, not original mayor. One of the mayors from Houston is slipping my name right now. But he took over after Sheila Jackson Lee. They passed away within like a year of each other from that particular congressional seat in District 18.
Sylvester Turner.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, Sylvester Turner. That's why y'all on here. See, I ain't had enough popcorn to get that brain back working, okay? Okay, so let me read some of these comments. Sorry. Amani, can you check on it says the race that Reverend Haynes is in? Can you check on those numbers and see if anything has come in? Some of those smaller races, I just don't think we're going to have much right now. Okay. Let me see. J Star Robo, they say you should turn your voice isolation on to block out the background noise. I wonder if I can do it on my end.
I'm trying to work on that now.
Okay, cool. All right, let me get through some of these comments. Okima Freeney saying, let's turn Texas blue tonight. Let's go get it and come back with it. Not you. You a rapper? You a rapper or something? Regina Oliver reminding us polls don't close till 9. Yes, that was breaking news earlier. Oh, I see your comment, Kevin. Let's see here. Okay, Letitia, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Who is this? Okay, nothing in yet for Texas 30. Thank you. I assumed as much. It's gonna take a minute for that stuff to come in. Aisha saying, wait, what Al Green is getting beat right now? I hope he wins. Yeah, Al Green in Houston, Texas, Harris County, currently is getting beat by Christian Menifee. All these numbers are so early. Okay, I want to continue to stress that. That's one thing about these election shows, which makes them that much more exciting, is because you're seeing the numbers almost real time as they are being reported by these different precincts and the counties. As those numbers are coming in, we're seeing it real time. So, it's all good. We'll continue to wait and continue to watch as the numbers roll in. Even once the polls close at 9, it's still going to take a minute for all those numbers to be counted and for the votes to truly have a better look at the numbers. Yes, folks were turned around at many of the polling locations. Do I purchase double good? Do I? You talking about them little fundraiser popcorn? Is that what double good is? Is it? If that's what you're talking about, yes. Them little kids. Now, Jay Swarobo, close your ears. When I was in my little relationship that y'all be reminding me of, when I was in my relationship, the kids used to always get him to buy that popcorn. So we would have boxes of the double good popcorn. Okay. I gained so much weight eating that popcorn. That was probably a setup. He probably did that on purpose. I'm just kidding. But not anymore. Slim, thick with your cute. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. Your girl been in the gym, okay? But yes, I love double good popcorn. Do not come over here trying to sell me no double good popcorn. These popcorn that I'm eating right now, this kettle corn in this mixing bowl, this cake mixing bowl, is doing just fine because it doesn't have as many calories. You know, I got my dark chocolate, which allegedly is a lot more healthy, you know, than any other kind of chocolate. And I have my pretzels. That double good gonna have you double caked up. Okay. And we ain't trying to do all that. Okay. Craig Washington on Mickey Leland as well. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. Oh, Aisha, where you getting your numbers from? Not now, Amani, not Aisha over here doing your role, talking about Haynes is ahead by 60%. Where's she getting that from? Go on Dallas County website because I'm on the state website. Maybe there's more on Dallas County. Let me see. Let me see if I can find some other stuff over here. Oh, I see the numbers. Oh, wait. No, that's not the right race. What were you saying? Oh, I thought you were coming off mute. Now, who are these people? Where are the numbers at, child? Yeah, what site are y'all on? Because I don't see that over here. But I am keeping up with Jasmine and Talarico. The show. Amani, let me know if you find it. And if I see that they put anything in the comments, I'll let you know too. Thank you, Aisha. Drop the link in the comments. Okeem Mafrini says, I'm a former Dallas City Council candidate, May 2023. Okay. Yep, still got several minutes to get your vote in Dallas County. Thank you for that, Jeanette, for that reminder. Stop talking about who ain't nobody called no race for nobody yet. Who said that? Who said that? Y'all making up stuff. Jay Swarobo, and on the channel that you're watching, did you see that they called anything? They didn't call anything.
They haven't called anything yet.
Yeah, people just talk.
Sound better?
Yes.
There was user error.
Oh, what was going on?
I was using my laptop's mic was set as opposed to my AirPods. So I have everything going through the AirPods.
Oh, it sounds great. It sounds much, much better. You can hear a little background noise to show that, you know, you're there, but yeah, it sounds much better. Now, Aisha watching my old station talking about they gave them numbers for Haynes.
We only got one day.
Let me see if I can find it. As a matter of fact, I can watch 4 channels at a time. Let's see if I remember how to do this.
I'm looking at the results from Tarrant County. Pastor Haynes had 60% of the vote.
How much does he have?
60% of the vote, but that's just in Tarrant County. Let me pull up Dallas County real quick.
I'm trying to remember how I can watch. There's a way that I can watch multiple channels at a time. I don't remember how to do this.
Oh, I don't know. He was pulling up Tarrant County. He had Tarrant County.
Okay, we're gonna keep watching what we watching till we find that. Oh, you know what? I know exactly where I can get it. Hold on.
They don't have any numbers available for Dallas County yet from the Dallas County Votes website.
Okay.
They probably won't until 9 p.m. probably.
I see the numbers that she mentioned for
Talk of the country.
District 30. Here they go.
Are those Tarrant County numbers?
District 30. Haynes is ahead right now.
They probably still have
yeah, that looks like those look like district.
They have lines going on still. I bet.
Those might be Tarrant County numbers.
Yeah,
those are the only numbers
these
so
are
far that have been reported yet for Tarrant County.
Yeah.
And that's early voting and absentee votes.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad we know that we got that as a resource that we can go and check. So, Amani, you keep a watch on that too, please, in the background. We need some New Jack City around these parts. What that mean? What does that mean? You know, that's before my time. What does New Jack City energy mean, J Swar Robo?
Really?
Oh, wait a minute. I am fully aware that District 30 is Dallas and not Tarrant County. Did we say something to suggest that it wasn't?
No, I think the clarification is that Congressional District 30 does cross over into Tarrant County, thanks to a lot of the redistricting that was pushed further into Tarrant County. I live in Tarrant County, and I'm in District 30. A lot of that happened
because that took over from some of BC's district, right?
Yeah, it did. But they also moved parts of Tarrant County into District 30 during the last official redistricting, not the mid-redistricting they just did.
Yeah,
so,
not the mid-decade redistricting.
Right. So parts of Tarrant County were already there. I think there's more town of Tarrant County in District 30 now.
What part of town are you in that your part of your county is in 30 now?
Because Georgia
Grand Prairie.
has like 98 damn counties.
Grand Prairie?
Besides of Georgia, you should not have that many counties, but they cut it up like subdivision.
I'm trying to pull up that new map.
And it's like white.
Encompasses parts of Dallas and Tarrant counties. I want to see the map though. The way they drew that map so crazy. I'll see if I can find it. Who is this? Maxie saying, poor Wesley Hunt. Child. What happened, Maxie?
Wesley Hunt should have known better. They
You
made
running
that
with the-
seat for him. They made
You
that
running with the big dogs.
They made that congressional seat for him. He should have known that was the most he was going to get from the Republican Party in Texas.
And you think you running against Cornyn and Paxton? What you thought? Child.
Hey, we got to fight in the state in a state senate race between Chris Turner and Junior.
Oh yeah, are you seeing some of those numbers somewhere?
Yeah, let me see those numbers again for Junior. Yeah, it's.
Where are you getting those from? That's on Tarrant County website?
That's on Tarrant County. It's on Tarrant County. Right now, Junior is beating him by, it's 53 to 11. He has 8,108 votes to 7,158. Now, again, that's early voting and absentee. So They haven't dropped the election night reports yet.
Yeah. I'm pulling it up now myself. Oh, I know these numbers aren't up to date. Let me see.
Hey, what's up? I can.
All provisional and absentee ballots are not included.
Right. Yes, exactly. No, you're right.
Oh, so you see those numbers that you were looking at with Junior and District 101. Y'all know we've had Junior and Chris Turner on the show before, so we've been following that race closely too. Have you seen any numbers from Amani? Have you been working on trying to get them on? Junior, Chris, Alyssa? Can we make some calls to them, especially for Junior and Chris and Simmons,
Even if I was from there,
Tarrant County? Have we seen any numbers for Tarrant County, Judge?
Oh yeah. No. No. And look, a lot
You heard me, Jay Saw?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say it again.
Have you seen any numbers for Tarrant County, Judge?
Let me look real quick. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
So far, Lisa Simmons is winning. She's winning. Right now, she has 61% of the vote. What's surprising is that Mark Beasley is in second place.
People still voted for BC? And he told them not to vote for him. See, people don't be listening, but he got, so far he has 31,000 votes. That many people didn't know not to vote for him.
You know what? People can plan a whole trip to Dubai, but when it comes to voting, they don't even think about it until the day of. I don't know. I have
Yeah. Yeah, so she's still
off for a second so that I can. I need to change my power source real quick.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go through some of these comments. Yep. Okay. So Maxie, what y'all laughing at? Oh, here go these numbers that we were talking about. Oh, they just went off, but it was showing Wesley Hunt in third place at this point. I wanted to see those numbers go across the screen again. Kevin says everyone's waiting on Dallas. That's where Jasmine's going to take it. Maxie says, while y'all waiting on the results, be sure to like the... Come on, Maxie. Period. That's what we supposed to be doing. Telling folks to like and subscribe to the page, okay? While we waiting on the results. Like and subscribe. Oh, I see your note there, Destiny. Yeah, so we're waiting on those numbers to come in. Again, for those of you who joined a little later to the show, at the top of the show, what I was telling folks is that Dallas County Democrats got an additional 2 hours to vote. I don't know what happened on the Republican side, but I know for sure the Dallas County Dems spoke with the judge. That judge ended up around 6 o'clock this evening, ended up saying that they're going to grant 2 extra hours for the Dems to cast their ballots because a lot of people were just confused by the entire voting process. Miko Robinson says we need to do a better job of getting information out to people because a lot of people you've never heard of. Yeah, that's on the candidates. That's on the candidates to do a better job of getting the information out. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. You know, I had one of my friends who I was pushing to go and vote down in Harris County. She was saying, who to vote for this, who to vote for that. I'm like, girl, you got a friend that is thoroughly engaged in the voting process, which thank goodness she felt comfortable asking me, of course. But you want your friends and your people around you to be able to make those decisions themselves. Have y'all ever run into that at all? Where you had to help, you know, some of your friends or family members make the decision. By the way, the numbers just came back up. The Republican Senate primary, too close to call. Cornyn is ahead by 42.7% is what he has for the votes. Paxton has 40.3. That is very close. Hunt, 13.4% right now. That's 130,000 votes. Cornyn in the lead with 415,000 votes. They're saying it's too early to call that one. What is this? But yes, that is very important, Miko. But, you know, folks can only do what they can. M. Carrier, anxiously waiting for the results. Reports voter suppression is infuriating. Really hope to see Crockett win this seat. Let's see here. 49% of the votes is in. Talarico is up statewide, 53% to 45. Yes, we're waiting on some more of those numbers to come in. They just popped up on my screen too. Yeah, 44% of the vote is in. They should have early voted. I agree. Shada. Every time it's time to vote. All the time. Others asking why to vote. Yeah, it's crazy. And I don't mind providing that information. And again, I'm happy that they feel comfortable asking me to provide that information. But at the same time, it's like, if y'all don't come on. Let me see. J Diva, same situation. Velma said, I listened to Shar. I looked at the sample ballot for Tarrant County. There was a lot of people on that ballot. Thank you, Velma. I'm happy to know somebody listening. Okay. Did anyone learn something about a candidate by watching this show? I want to know if the work that we're doing actually matters to you guys, how much I think it matters for me being able to provide it. So did you learn something new about someone that you saw on this show? Maybe someone you had never heard of? Let me know. Let me know. That Rachel Maddow, I love her. She that girl for real. Ashley Moran says, I will say a friend who used to ask for help, but I've started researching on my own. T, that's what we talking about. Us, we love a civically engaged queen. 1000%. Sherelle saying, telling Miko to go and do some research. Now, be nice now. You can say it nicely when you give feedback. Okima says, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly, it's on us all. Start reaching the people, following them, and getting the best information you need to make your decision. I love that. And the guy that I talked to earlier when we were talking about the long lines and people being confused about the voting locations, when I talked to him, he was saying, you know, we can listen to these TV shows and podcasts and all of that all the time, but go and listen to what the candidates are saying. And I think that is incredibly important. Again, don't forget to like this page. If you have not done that, if you have not hit that thumbs up button several times already, what are you doing? Go hit the thumbs up button as many times as you can. Like, just keep hitting the like button. Okay. It signals to the algorithm that folks are over here watching and that they're engaged with this conversation. So like as much as you can. All right. What's wrong in the background? He fixed the sound, so not too much. Dorothy Reed is one of our newest members. Happy to see you in. Destiny says, I help my people find their voting polls and with other candidates on the ballot. I love that. And honestly, it's on all of us 100%. But if you can help somebody figure something out, why not? Why not? What to say? 214 side. It says the final Dallas County voting count dump is going to be so dramatic. I agree. And we have until 9 p.m. So we have 25 minutes before the final numbers start to roll in from Dallas County, from these polling places. Tyler, Texas in the building. You meant Tyler, Texas, right, Monique? Tyler, Texas is in the building. How was it for you voting out in East Texas? I saw that I think Crockett and Talarico made some stops in East Texas. How was it for you guys out in East Texas? Ashley says, I learned a lot thanks to this show, period. Not too much on Hunt. You know, he went and, you know, he did what he wanted to do. So there's that. Let's see here. LaShonda, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like going back and forth to my phone, all that good stuff. Akima, we appreciate everything you do to help us. By the way, Okima, in the comments, I pinned it to the top. If you're not watching us on YouTube, I would love for you to go and watch it. Jay Swarobo, just a heads up, one of your fraternity brothers is likely coming in. So I may bring you in for that conversation if you like.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hopping on. Angie saying, I'm in Tarrant County, voted for Crockett. I walked away from the computer. What are the results in Tarrant County? Oh, child, we still waiting on results. Okay, we are still waiting on results. All right. And one thing I'm not going to do is, I mean, we can keep going off the numbers that we're seeing that are popping up, but it's just going to take a minute, especially since Dallas County still has the polls open until 9. And I want to be incredibly clear with the information that we communicate on this show. Okay. Angie Bynum. Oh, that's the message I just read. I'm sorry about that. Monique says being prepared is necessary. Make sure you know the candidates. Cora says, I learned so much when you interviewed Talarico. Okay. T, I love that. What did you learn, Cora? Not to put you on the spot because this is a open book quiz. So tell me what you learned. Okay. I watched your interview with Junior and it helped me decide. Okay. All right. I love that. Another person saying I heard about Junior on your show. I hope he wins as well. T, I'm just happy that y'all paying attention and we civically engaged around here because I ain't doing this for nothing. All right. We stepped out on faith and that's where we at. Okay. Okay.
Amen.
She said, I said my Akima said, I said the name correctly. Good. I always like to ask people about their names because I think it's just. Now, what's that sound outside my door? No, don't get that no fool. It's too early to be doing all that. I always ask people how to say their names because so many times, and I don't know why. I guess when you look at my name, maybe you can get confused. But obviously, my name is Tashara. But for whatever reason, people who don't look like me will often shorten my name and call me Tasha. And I just be like, you just left 2 whole letters off my name. And so if I run into situations, and I obviously being a journalist, I'm going to always ask people how to say their name properly. So that's one of the reasons, my own personal reasons, but also professionally, I want to make sure that I'm at least attempting to say someone's name correctly. Who is this? Effie praying Crockett wins. I really hope she's for the people. I donated twice. I live in Chicago, but I got family in Texas. Not you all up in Chicago and Texas business. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You can be in our business as much as you want. I love Chicago, by the way. I love Chicago. As a matter of fact, I've been trying to get one of your reps to talk to me, but we're going to talk about that another time. Okay. LaShonda says, I learned that early voting is more flexible. I saw a few faces, but I did forget some of the candidates. I vote in Collin County, so I did not see a lot of the candidates. Okay. Thank you for that, because what we'll try to do going into November is we'll try to make sure we have a lot more of them on, which I know, honestly, in November, a lot of people just going to be voting straight down the ballot come November, but I'll definitely try to make sure that we do that. Even just so that we can hear from them in general. Good point. Thank you, LaShonda. You know what? That's very strange because we hit every county except Collin. I don't think we had a single candidate from Collin County on this show. I wonder why. And I don't think it's us. Interesting. But yeah, we hit every major county in DFW, and that is Tarrant, Denton, and Dallas. And we didn't hit Collin County, one of the fastest growing next to Tarrant. We didn't hit Collin at all. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. But no, we're gonna have to figure that out. Were you about to say something? I saw you come up. Oh, hold on, Jason Orobo, hold on. Can we get a round of applause, please? Okay, we have 10 memberships. Amani, put it on the banner up to show them how to claim them. Okay, it's nearly 200 of y'all on here watching. There are 10 memberships that Maxie Bishop just gifted, okay, to the Tashara Parker Show channel. If you want to become a member of the Tashara Parker Show channel and you are on YouTube right now, to claim those gifted memberships, you have to press the members bubble at the top of the live chat. That is how you will become a member of the Tashara Parker Show channel. Amani is going to watch it in the background. I hope she has YouTube pulled up separately where she can see. She says yes, she can see when all of those memberships have been taken. But if you want to claim one of those 10 memberships from Maxie, who just gave 10 memberships to the Tashara Parker Show channel, you are able to do that. Okay, let's show that again. So I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to go and try to claim those memberships while we continue having this conversation. Jason Robo, you were trying to get in here?
Ashley made a good point. Ashley Moran, since the DM poll closed at 9, does that mean you still vote? If you're still in line and not voted, or they giving them a chance to vote? Yes. So if you were in line by 7 p.m., do not get out of line. They will stay open and allow you to vote. They will not turn anyone around who was in line at 7 p.m. So
same thing for if you were in line by 9 p.m. for the on the DM side in Dallas County. As long as you're in line, to your point, you won't be turned away. So that's why we're saying, like, yes, the polls technically close at 9, but if there are people in line and the lines are long, they're going to be allowed to vote, right? Yeah. Good question, Ashley. Thank you for that. Good question. Okima saying Forney showed a lot of love during this election. And Don, you're right. That's exactly what we were just talking about. Yes, polls may close at 9, but there will still be voters in line as well. Let's see here. You tried to join the channel, but you can't. I have to change my password. I can't remember it. How are you on here if you have to change your password? I thought, now I don't know how all that works on the back end, but go ahead and get that password changed because we don't need no excuses about you becoming a member of the Tashara Parker Show channel. Do you hear me? Go ahead and figure that out. As a matter of fact, if you need to leave and come back, go ahead and do that. All right? But don't miss them 10 free memberships that was just gifted. Ain't nothing free. Now, Maxie paid for those memberships, but he gifted 10 memberships to the Tashara Parker Show channel. So if you ever wanted to learn what we about around these parts, there's an opportunity to do that. Okay? Maxie, again, appreciate you for supporting the work that we're doing over here. Kevin Way say all them numbers don't mean nothing. Dallas County gonna bring it home. All right now. Okay, period. Maxie said I saw a few people that were not members, thought I'd gift them a membership. Talk that talk, Maxie. Talk that talk. All right, period. Thank you so much for that. Who is this? Monique Choice, my 23-year-old son, and I voted early in Tyler, Texas. That's East Texas, folks. It flowed pretty smoothly. First of all, thank you, Monique, for making this a family affair. I was telling folks, I was like, this could be actually a fun thing. Like if I was back in Houston, I would love to make this a thing with my family, right? Here in Dallas, I'm busy. I'm working. Okay. Now I'm trying to make sure I bring y'all the information so y'all can take y'all families out there to make sure y'all vote. All right. So I got in over in Oak Cliff, Texas, got my vote in and got out. But yes, I think it is so important that we continue to make it a family affair, make it fun, Make it where it's not something that you're dreading. I've seen so many videos of people just so upset that they have to wait in long lines. And again, nobody wants to wait in a long line, but I'm kind of excited that so many people are there and are showing up to make sure that their voices are heard. So again, you say you took your 23-year-old son, everything flowed smoothly. You were at the Heritage Building. I do remember that building. I worked in East Texas for 3 years, y'all, for those who don't know. In fact, I made history in East Texas, first Black female anchor for the primetime newscast at CBS News, CBS 19 in Tyler. Monique saying, I wish I could have seen Miss Crockett. I was at work, plenty of Facebook videos, so I didn't miss much. Oh, okay, cool. Good for you. Good for you. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Carlotta, what you talking about? For why my nose stopped up right now? That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I need to drink some more water. Marlou Williams, love the show in East Texas. Not my East Texas fam coming through. I haven't seen a lot of y'all in a minute. So thank y'all for tapping into the Tashara Parker Show channel, Marlou, as well as, who was I talking to earlier, Monique? If you guys can look in the comments, I pinned a comment up top. It's to my YouTube page. That's where we're really seeing a lot of growth. I would love for you to go to my YouTube page and like and subscribe. If you want to become a member, you can do that too, but it is free to subscribe to the page. I would love for you guys to do that. I love you on Facebook, absolutely. And if you have to stay there, cool. Continue commenting and liking over there and make sure you share the video. But if you can join us over on YouTube, that would be great. Let me see. But thank you, Marlou. As a matter of fact, let me finish reading your comment. My bad. Kilgore, Texas. It was an easy process here. Got in, got out, no problems. There's only one place to vote here. Small town. Oh, I remember Kilgore. She voted for Jasmine, Daria Jacobs. Oh, yes. It's from her city. Sure hope she wins there and makes history winning. She is running for justice of the peace there. She's talking about in Dallas County. LaShonda says, y'all forgot us in Collin counties. I saw the counties that I drive through, but I was waiting. LaShonda, I don't know what happened with Collin County. I have no excuse, no reason, no rationale. But I do think it's interesting that even some of the races that maybe we didn't know about, people are reaching out to us to be on a show, right? So even, for example, that Michelle Butler race up in Denton County, I didn't know about that race. I knew nothing about that race. And even the makeup of Denton County wasn't something that I was familiar with. I've been, like you said, you drive through counties all the time. I've been through Denton County many times, but I didn't know the makeup of the county. And so hearing from Michelle about the makeup of Denton County, that enlightened me and educated me on what was going on up that way. But yeah, LaShonda, we don't have all answers, but I beg you, if you ever want to see somebody on this show, as a member of the Tashara Parker Show, we listen to you guys. And we would love to hear back from you. So, you can always email us media@tasharaparker.com. If you ever want to send us some feedback, recommend some people that we can talk to. But yeah, it's a lot happening in Collin County, and I do feel like we do need to hear from those folks. So after we get through this primary this evening and, throughout the rest of this week, whoever ends up on the ballot, let's make sure we try to get some of them on the show for sure. Okay. Thank you, LaShonda.
I was in the trenches in Denton County with Michelle back about a decade ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was on the Texas Democratic Party Executive Committee and trying to get Democrats in Denton to get out and vote. That was a challenge.
Yeah.
Denton has come a long way.
Really? And that's some of the stuff that Michelle was talking about when I was talking to her about the makeup of Denton County and folks getting out to vote. She was just talking about the makeup, so to speak, of Denton County. What do you remember about the time frame when you guys were trying to get folks registered and all of that?
Well, so parts of Denton County at the time was a sliver of North Dallas. So parts of Dallas is in Denton County, and then you had Denton County proper, which was on the Denton side of the lake.
Yeah.
And that side was pretty much white Denton, if you want to say that. And a lot of the people of color were on the Dallas side of Denton. And so it was a challenge because of the fact that it was small. Area was heavily gerrymandered. So when it comes to trying to win some of those local races, you'd have to really put on a strong ground game to get close to winning.
Yeah. Wow. Don Millen, I hope I said that right. Can we get a round of applause, please, for Don? So that he can oh, it looks like she's on a phone call right now. But Don, thank you so much saying you're enjoying the show. I appreciate your support and all the work that you guys are doing, even behind the scenes with the comments, because all that matters, and that's work. So we appreciate it. And I hope it's been entertaining, enlightening, educational, all the things. So Don, thank you so much for supporting the Tashara Parker Show. And yes, Carrollton is a part of Denton County. A round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. C Jones 2213, you said same. Tell me what you're referring to, because I know we had a lot of conversation. Okay, yeah, we got folks that are coming in the background, and I'm watching what my producer is telling me. Again, Don, thank you so much. Tiffany says Williamson County results, where Talarico is from, has not come in yet. Oh, Ronald, I used to wait on you. Wait, now hold on. This sounds kind of stalkerish. What do you mean? I used to wait on you at the post office. Oh, maybe. Oh, when I was like doing business at the post office. I told y'all I ain't had no sleep today, so the brain ain't working like the brain should be working. All right. That is so funny to me. Ronald, thank you. I'm being silly over here. I appreciate you. Because going to the post office anywhere these days has been a very interesting experience for me. So when I find somebody that I like, and I'm guessing you were one of those people, Mr. Ronald, Mr. Fields, y'all be taking care of me, because I done had some interesting experiences at the post office. It's like, don't nobody want to be there. I don't know. But I love when I meet some select folks that are very kind and very, very helpful. Let me see. What is this? Oh, you just speaking. Not y'all. I thought y'all were related. I promise you, I thought y'all were related. But I'm guessing y'all are not. LaShonda and Linda. And as a matter of fact, LaShonda, I thought you was just on 2 accounts. I thought you had a LaShonda account and maybe Linda was your nickname. So good to know y'all not related. Thank you, Damon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on now. Hold up. Hold on. Amani, come on. Let me check. Who said that? Now, I know that ain't no breaking news. Hold on. They waited a long time to block it. So what they gonna say? All the votes that came in after a certain time don't matter? Hold on. Cause y'all just be putting stuff in the comments sometimes. The last thing I see is from the New York Times. So where are you seeing that at? Where are you seeing something about the Supreme Court? To the person that wrote that.
I'm looking at the local news websites, and I don't see anything breaking that mentions that.
Shut up. Yes, it do. Hold on. Yep. See, this is what I love about y'all, man, because y'all gonna get the tea. There it goes right there. Can I make this bigger? Can y'all see it? Let me go back. Regarding the state of Texas, a stay is issued in the following petition. The Texas Supreme Court has temporarily blocked Dallas's judge ordered to keep the polls open till 9 p.m., ordering the county. Oh, and I'm seeing it now as breaking news as well. In order to keep the polls open till 9, ordering the county to separate out votes from people who are not in line at 7 p.m. Oh, Texas about to cut up. Texas is about to cut up.
We need to make sure that people know that they need to still stay in line.
Okay, hold on. I need to get on here and go live. Hey, you guys, so I am live in my show right now, but I'm also coming on live here for just a second to update you with some breaking news that we just got in. Let me pull this closer so you guys can see, so I can see y'all. But it says that this just came in, by the way, again, breaking news. The Texas Supreme Court has temporarily blocked a Dallas judge's order to keep the polls open until 9. I did not know we were going to have this much drama. Okay, for the Texas primary elections. Like, this is crazy. So again, breaking news. A Texas Supreme Court judge, okay, has temporarily blocked a Dallas judge's order to keep the polls open until 9 p.m., ordering the county to separate out votes. Hear me and hear me clearly. Ordering the county to separate out votes from people who were not in line by 7 p.m. Now, if you got people that are still in line right now, I encourage you, tell them to stay in line. Tell them to stay in line, okay? Do not get out of line. Still vote, because now that all this is going back and forth, that means it's going to continue to go back and forth, okay? This is not a final ruling, but obviously it's going to create some chaos. So I don't even know if we're going to have the numbers tonight. I don't know if we're going to have the numbers tonight. Okay. So again, for those of you who are just joining us, this is going in and out. So I hope you guys can get the message and get it clearly. Okay. I'm on all kind of Wi-Fi because I'm live on my YouTube page. By the way, we've been live for about 2+ hours at this point. So you can join us on YouTube if you want to see all the latest information. But I am updating folks on the minute with what is happening with voting here for the Texas primary. So again, this just came out. It was looks like the news was broke by the Texas Tribune. Excuse me if it was broke by somebody else, but that's where I see it at. The Texas Tribune saying the Supreme Court has temporarily blocked a Dallas judge's order to keep the polls open till 9. If you guys recall, I shared this earlier in a video with the Dallas County Democrats that they basically petitioned a judge to get 2 extra hours of voting. The judge granted that just before 7 o'clock. So I think it was like right around 6, just after 6, the judge granted that. But now again, what is this? 8:39 is when I see that this went up. And this was by Attorney General Ken Paxton, who's over there running his own race, okay, for Senate seat on the Republican side. So Ken Paxton asked the Supreme Court of Texas to overturn the Dallas judge's ruling, allowing the polls to stay open until 9 p.m. And this information is from a reporter, again, at the Texas Tribune. It's from, her name is, looks like the name is Eleanor. Ken Paxton asked the Supreme Court of Texas to overturn the Dallas judge's ruling, allowing the polls to stay open until 9 p.m., saying the judge did not give the Office of the Attorney General the required notice for the extension. Who knew the tea was gonna be this hot on election day? This is why we continue to push y'all to vote early. So you wouldn't have to deal with all of this. This is why we push you to vote early. Okay. Yeah. So by the way, if you want to watch me live, because immediately after I end this, I'm going back to my live stream over on YouTube. We've been live for the last 2 hours or so, where we have been talking all things voting, all things polls, the lines, talking numbers, etc. And this is just a crazy back and forth with the Texas primary election. And yes, the tea is hot. I need some more coffee for the night because this seems like it's going to be a long night. By the way, for those of you who are watching us on YouTube, the show might start late in the morning, okay? Because we're going to be figuring things out, all right? Because the way I'm going to be tired and trying to go, I'm too hyped. I'm too gassed right now to actually get proper rest this evening, okay? But yes, so we have been live again on YouTube the last 2 hours, updating voters with any of the breaking news that has been coming in. So join us over on youtube.com/Tashara Parker. If you search my name, baby, it's gonna pop up real quick. But real quick, before I get off of Instagram, I just want to update you once more and let you know the latest news after the Dallas County Democrats requested for a 2-hour extension from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because of all the confusion that was happening with voters showing up to the polls in Dallas County and having issues being at the wrong precinct location, at the wrong polling location, right? And so the Dallas County Democrats basically asked for an additional 2 hours. A judge granted that. However, the Supreme Court, after Attorney General Ken Paxton reached out to the Supreme Court came back with this. It says, they have blocked temporarily blocked, I should say, and temporarily is very important in this situation, blocked the Dallas judge's order to keep the polls open till 9, ordering the county to separate. This is crazy. Ordering the county to separate out votes. Amani, is she on here? Oh, Amani, if you can hear me when you get back, please let's try to get Elaine on from one of the polling locations. I would love to hear from her on what they're dealing with at the polling locations. What are they dealing with at the polling locations right now? I know she's at a polling location in Dallas County as one of the voter registrars. Ekim say Texas on CNN looking like some clowns. What? Shut up. What happened? J Robo, do you see that on your screen? Real quick, Sip, I don't know if y'all have them 4 screens over there where you can see like multiple channels. Let me know what they're seeing. What you see?
Yeah, they're talking about it right currently on MS Now.
Oh, I see it. Okay, yeah, I got that on. If any of your channels are on CNN, let me know if you see anything differently. I'm gonna mute you real quick, Jay Swaro. Okay, so again, real quick before I get off here, this is not a final ruling, but it's obviously going to create chaos in getting results from Dallas County. And so I'm going to try to talk to one of our poll workers who we have on our show fairly often. Her name is Elaine, and she works polls in Dallas County. And I'm going to see if I want to hear some insight from people who are Ken Paxton should have recused himself. Yes, but he didn't. He did not. So if you want to continue watching us, youtube.com/Tashara Parker. We're obviously going to be talking about this into the night. I had a whole show planned for this evening. All of that blew up. I had a whole show planned on what we were going to talk about during this evening show. And yeah, that's not happening. Okay. Like it all just blew up because of everything that's happening with the Texas primary. Okay. So I just want to come on real quick, let y'all know what was happening. Michelle, I'm actually about to get off here, but it's just my name. If you search for my name, Tashara Parker, on YouTube, you will see that we are live on YouTube. But again, Texas Supreme Court pauses judge's order on Dallas polls. They're closed now, but they're saying even if any votes that came in after 7 o'clock, to not count them. What? Again, this is not a final ruling. So, yeah. You know, we gonna keep watching. We gonna keep watching. All right. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later. Okay. Join us on YouTube, youtube.com/Tashara Parker. Amani, I was saying, can you try to get Elaine? Hold on, y'all. I'm just posting this. Y'all know I'll be doing multiple things at a time. But what do y'all think about that? And shout out to my viewer who gave us that breaking news. I appreciate that. But also, how are they going to know who was in line by 7 p.m.? That's crazy. That is crazy. What do y'all think? I already know it's going to create some chaos. Okay, I just shared that. Gina and Ahosa just came in. Gina and Ahosa, they're calling it for Gina and Ahosa wins Texas Democratic primary for governor. See if we can get Gina on. Amani, see if we can get Gina on. That would be great. I know she's busy, probably celebrating or doing what she's doing. But let's see if we can get her on. Judge Cooks, I see you in the background. 1 second. We had a little bit of breaking news we was trying to get to the folks. Amani, I'm going to remove that banner that we have up right now. And I'm going to, Judge Cooks, I'm going to bring you on. How you doing, Judge Cooks? Let me know if you can hear me. If you're getting a call, I can hear you, but there we go. Oh, she can't hear me because she wouldn't have went out if she could hear me. Okay. So let me go back through some of these comments. I know I got a lot of comments as I was trying to talk through some of that stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Maxie says, okay, hold on. Let me back up. It's a lot of comments in here. Boy, y'all was going off. Tiffany said these folks should have voted early. Aisha, one of our members of the channel, saying this is BS. This means it's going to go back and forth. Yes, it does. William saying, I figured this would happen. Oh, he has some other words too. Okay. Goddess Fly Diva, vote early. Yes, a reminder to vote early. And yes, Ashley, one of our members, the tea is hot. Okay. Lolo, I voted early every election because I don't trust this. Okay. Appreciate you weighing in. William say that's why I voted early. Ashley Moran, November early voting ain't gonna miss me because this is foolishness. I'm trying to tell you. I am trying to tell you. This should have been expected. Paxton won't get many votes in Dallas County. Aisha saying, I'm tired of Paxton. How was he able to get SC to rule as the courts have been closed for hours? Oh, you know where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Oh, now y'all better stop cutting up now. Okay, they showing Talarico's watch party on right now. Too early to call. 48% of the votes are in, but y'all know this thing gonna go back and forth, so we can watch these numbers all night. But 53.4% right now on Talarico on the Democratic side of the Senate primary, 45.4% for Jasmine Crockett, currently 49% of the vote. And again, still too early to call, especially with this foolishness that's happening across Dallas County. Lady V saying, let's go Jasmine. Kevin, she's looking into it. What were we talking about? Oh, Kevin watching. Me too, Kevin. She on in the background. Aisha, so are they telling people they can't vote, but it is only temporary? So I would think they can still vote. Yes, I don't know what they're telling people, but what I am saying in my interpretation of what I just read is that you should still vote. If you're there and you're in line, you should still vote. Okay. I don't want to hear none of that yin yang about getting out of line. You should still vote. Okay. Lady V saying that's crazy. Do you see what they're doing? I think we can see. You don't need no bifocals to see what's happening right now. You sure don't. Do not. Oh, come on, Don. Educate the people. Don, as a matter of fact, explain. Let me Google what ex parte means, because I ain't never claimed to know everything. Ex parte, done with respect to or in the interest of one side only, or of an interested outside party. Thank you, Don. Teach the people, okay? Thank you for that, for real. Even so, there should be at least some effort to contact the opposing side. Tiffany says voting at the last minute is disastrous. But if people are in line before 7 p.m. and still waiting to vote, that's what I'm saying. So if all these people were in line before 7, so think about it. If they thought that the lines were going to close at 9, right? If people in their minds, the election workers, poll workers thought the lines were going to close at 9, I don't feel like they were in their mind saying, oh, make sure you know, but still close. I mean, from here on out, this is the people that came in after 7. Well, how do you know that? Right? I hope I'm tracking. Like, I hope you understand what I'm saying, Aisha, because I feel like I'm tracking what you're saying too. I was reading, I think I saw this over here. Child, let me go back. Amani, maybe I was wrong. Because I can't even think back that far. But it may have been on this show that I'm watching, Amani. But I mean, go and look for it. You can probably find it on Google, I believe. Thank you. She's just giving me a thumbs up, like, girl, I hear you. Okay. Hope people are recording at the polls. They can record outside of the polls. They can't do that inside. Outside, yes, but you cannot have that phone inside. Reba Bacon, I see your comments. Mrs. Queen Sunkiss, another member of the show. Oh man. Yeah. Mrs. Queens, yeah, usually, but that notice came down before 7 p.m. So if that notice came down before 7 p.m., I'm wondering if they was like, okay, well, we got the notice to keep the lines open till 9. Did they? That's the thing. Like, what the Supreme Court just said, and it's not final, allegedly, is that anybody who got in line after 7 p.m. votes won't be counted. But how does that work? How do you know if somebody, got in line after 7 p.m.? Because the way this communication is set up, there's no way they communicated with all of those different precincts to make sure they had this information. I just can't see that. Okay. I can't. Boy, Texas be showing out. And think about it. This is the primary. So if all this is happening in the primary, hey, come on, somebody. Come on. Kevin, you did. Kevin. Yeah. Crazy. What you say, Egan's Media? Thank you so much for being a member of the Tashara Parker Show channel. I may have missed it when you joined, or maybe you joined when we weren't live, but thank you so much for being a member of this channel. Moral of the story, vote early. I 100% agree with you. And Maxie, I didn't even see your comment, but I literally just said these exact words. This is nothing. Wait until the general election. Okay, so let me go back to these numbers. Is Jasmine holding a? Is she live right now? Oh goodness. Let me see. Jason, you know, if you need to get off to enjoy your party, you know you can do that. Let me bring you in real quick. If you wanted to say anything before you were able to get out of here. Yeah, if you
One thing I just want to mention, even though they may have stated that they would have to throw those votes out, how are they going to distinguish who was in line before 7 p.m. who didn't vote until 8:30, 8:45, and someone that was in line? That's going to be a court fight over those votes. So I don't think we're going to get final numbers tonight because they're going to have to settle that piece through the court. So that's one thing. And the other may be a moot point when they drop Dallas County, Harris County, and Tarrant County votes if the margin of victory is huge for either candidate. Now, for some of the smaller races, that's going to be interesting because a lot of the smaller races, those candidates may not have the money to fight a court challenge. So it'll be interesting how this plays out.
100% agree. I was trying to see. I saw some videos showing that Crockett. Maybe that was from earlier today. But okay, J. Swarobo, you have been amazing. Thank you for staying on with us for so long and offering your insight. You guys tell J. Swarobo thank you in the comments. Let him know we appreciate him and appreciate you stopping by. Tomorrow morning, we may be reaching out. Well, we'll probably reach out tonight and text you. But tomorrow morning, we want to tap in at 10 if you're not busy to kind of recap some of this stuff in the night that we all had.
Sounds good. I'll also give you a text when I get home to see if you're still live when I'm in front of a TV and can see some of the results.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Okay. Thank you. Do the same.
All right. Okay. He was fantastic to have on throughout the show. Okay. We still waiting on these numbers to come in, y'all. I can't believe the Texas Supreme Court paused that order to extend the vote. And also, what does that mean for people? Child, they better let them people vote. Okay, let them folks vote. All righty, folks. It looks like it's gonna be a long night. And let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give me some rest, okay? Because we not about to play them games. Um, man, yeah, we've had a lot going on tonight. DFW has not fully reported yet. Yeah, Carlotta. So you may say the ballots are timed, but here's the thing. I get that part, but how do you know who was in line by 7 p.m.? Because before 7, they received the notice saying that they I'm muted. Wait. Y'all can't hear me? Am I muted? Can you guys hear me? Y'all can't hear me? What? Okay, so y'all can hear me. Maybe that's her computer. Oh yeah. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Okay, perfect. Um Hell, I done forgot what I was saying. Let me go back up, child. Um yeah, y'all was definitely on mute earlier because I was on the phone. All 100 plus people in here, like and subscribe. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, remind the people, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn that notification bell on. Oh, you know what? I always forget that. I hope Amani sees your comment too. Turn the notification bell on because that is really important for people to see the work that we're doing so you can always get the tea hot off the press. Okay, thank you. Alan Reyes says people were confused in Dallas and Williamson counties if they can vote at any locations. That's why it was extended. Yes. We talked about this, Alan. We've been on for about 2 hours now, 2+ hours at this point. And we did talk about this, but thank you for reminding us. Yes, a lot of folks in Dallas and Williamson counties, both counties this year, basically separated the precincts on polling locations on election day for this primary location. And this was the first time in years that this has been done for Dallas and Williamson County. For sure for Dallas. I don't know how long it's been for Williamson County, but for sure for Dallas. This was something new. Don't say that, Berry Bunny. Cha. Reba saying only 59% of the votes are in. Dallas numbers coming in right now on MS Now. MS Now. They got a live from, looks like they're at the Talarico headquarters. Yeah. I'm trying to hold on, y'all. Every vote is posted in Dallas. Whew. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Let me pull them up, Carlotta. Thank you for that. Dallas County, 60% reporting. How do I get these Tarrant County numbers up here? Let me go to Dallas County. Not out and got cold. Let's see. You said, did the elections office communicate? What change are you referring to? Hmm? All polls are now closed. And it's crazy. On the Dallas County website, it says voters who were in line by 7 p.m. can remain in line and cast their ballot. Girl, let me see these election results, child. I wonder why they're not showing at Jasmine's watch party too. They showing Talarico watch party. Erica says Williamson County isn't in. That's close to his hometown, but hopefully the numbers are in. Oh, I see. Use this interactive election night reporting tool to view unofficial results. Let's see what's going on. I don't know why I'm like got chill bumps. Like, this is crazy. Come on, man. You got to click 10,000 buttons just to get to the numbers. Hoo-wee. That's what I said, Xavier. How do they know? I don't know. What still sucks is the voter turnout numbers. Only 13% for Dallas County. These are, again, early turnout numbers. As of 9 p.m., 60% of the vote right now is in her favor, is in Jasmine Crockett's favor. Talarico at 38%. But overall, with 59% of the vote in, Talarico, I'm watching MS Now, has 51.8% of the vote, and Crockett has 46.9%. That's overall. Those numbers I was just reading to you are from Dallas County site, but the Texas numbers are what I just said, with Talarico at 51.8%, Crockett at 46.9%. Yeah, I don't think the full vote count will be tonight either. All right, so here's the deal. I gotta get me some rest tonight. If I get any breaking news, I will post and share about it. But I have been going since about 5:30 a.m. this morning with no breaks because I've been doing interviews and cutting video and all the things today. So I am going to call it an evening. I do not feel like these numbers will be finalized tonight. I may be punching myself in the morning if they are. But yeah. I'm still gonna watch, but I am definitely about to call it a night. No lie, I'm delirious. You about to cook some grits this late? I didn't even get to eat my popcorn playing with y'all. I'm gonna try to eat the rest of my popcorn. Excuse me. Before I go to sleep. That's so bad. That's my problem. Even though I'm losing weight, I love sweets. But popcorn aren't that bad for you. So, you know. All right, folks. Somebody, Erica say, why people I ain't about to repeat that comment. That's funny to me. Thank y'all so much. But hey, let people exercise their right and vote for who they want to vote for, okay? My last little update, 60% of the vote in, 51.82% Talarico. This is across the state of Texas. 46.94% Jasmine Crockett. Okay. Good night, everybody. Good night. Mrs. Queen Sunkiss says, I'm about to be up all night watching. I gotta go to sleep. I ain't gonna be no good tomorrow. But yeah. Good night, everybody. I could stay on tonight and just cancel the show in the morning. What y'all want to do? Tell me what y'all want to do. Y'all want to stay on tonight and cancel for in the morning, or I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. Cause I can push through. I can push through. Y'all tell me. Let's take a vote. What y'all want to do? Let me know. Let's see how many comments we get. Stay on or go to bed. My popcorn got stale. Ash say, look, we know you can stay, but I need my show in the AM too now. Takara said, I'm skipping my Ambien. Ooh, that's funny to me. I think most of y'all want me to get some sleep. Trust me, I think we're going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow. Oh, let me tell y'all this, since there's so many of y'all on here. I might have to cancel that interview tomorrow because we might have too much tea for the show tomorrow. So I might have to cancel that. So I have an interview scheduled for tomorrow that I may be canceling because it's gonna be a lot of drama in the morning that we got to get through. And this is also more drama from leaders in Texas. But do y'all remember that historically underutilized business program that I talked about, the Texas Hub program, and how those minority-owned businesses came out and sued state of Texas leaders in that program, regarding the program, I should say. So I have one of the plaintiffs and her attorney that I'm supposed to be talking to tomorrow, toward the end of the 10 a.m. hour. And I know that's gonna be good. So I might keep it, but I know we're gonna have to get through all this election stuff in the morning too. I'm so gassed right now. I don't even know if I can go to sleep. I probably shouldn't be eating these popcorn either, because that's sugar and butter. But anyway, so I'm supposed to talk to them tomorrow. Okay. We'll see, y'all. Oh, I forgot I had some pretzels in here too. Tell me if y'all can hear this. They don't hear it. This mic ain't as good as I thought it was. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to fall asleep. And I can't take me a little melatonin. Because I feel like it's gonna make me stay asleep too long. I do got those little melatonin gummies. Cricket is Dallas, right? Cricket. Are you trying to talk about my phone service like Cricket Wireless? What you talking about? Cricket. You lost me. Xavier, you are so funny. Crockett. I know. You know how to pronounce that name. Why you playing? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna listen to MS Now for a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna catch the news at 10, my local news. Y'all sure are holding, Carlotta. till I sign off. I love y'all for real, for real. Hey man, we might have to do a nightly show because y'all popping at night. Y'all popping at night. We might have to have a morning for the quick little razzle dazzle to update you on what's tea. Then at night, you know, we kind of unwind a little bit because it's given y'all gonna be on here at night. Is that what it's giving? Because y'all clocked in right now. I don't know if it's just because it's the election or what. But y'all clocked in. But at nighttime, that evening show. And y'all were on here immediately when we started. Immediately. I like that. A little more relaxed in the afternoon, the evening. Let your hair down. Woo! Prime time. Like Deion Sanders, prime time. No distractions, they say, from work and none of that stuff. Spilling that on the Palmer. Very much, very much. Child, let me watch MS now because I know Rachel Maddow be showing out. She's so tea. If I'm gonna watch any legacy TV, I'm gonna watch her because she tea for real. She be clocking them too. No, Didi, they have not called a race. But also, why they only showing Talarico party and not showing Crockett party? All right, MS, now I'm watching you. Now, y'all say be fair. That don't seem too fair to me. My Joy Reid live on YouTube. That's my girl too. Joy and Rachel, I believe, are friends too. Because Rachel, she clocked that tea when Joy left the station. Did, and they couldn't say nothing to Rachel. Nothing. To have that kind of pop, couldn't say nothing. She said what she needed to say. And they didn't say nothing. Okay. Well, they might have said something, but they didn't do nothing to them. Good for her. I love to see women popinate. I love it. I love it so much. Monica say you watching me and Joy, period. Mario Haynes, 60% of the vote. Caraway, 30. Thanks for sharing that. Child, we've been trying to get Haynes on this stream all night. I knew it was going to be crazy, though, because everybody busy. And with all the chaos at the voting locations, I already knew. Aisha saying, I think it's going to be a runoff with Crockett and Talarico. It's too close to call. That's going to be a nightmare for them. That's so much. That's so much. Like, can you imagine going through all of that for the last several months? Only to be told, oh, by the way, ain't now one of y'all get enough votes. So stick with it again. And then that's usually going to happen in May. So that's 2 months up until then. Then after May, they got to go and fight with the Republicans to get them a win in November. So this is a hell of a year for them. Whoever get it. A hell of a year. Not Dallas County votes has crashed again. Let me see. It's working for me. Don't be trying to start no rumor. It's working over here. Xavier. Absolutely, Monica. Prayer heals, child. I thought y'all was going to dip out when I said I was dipping out. It looked like the numbers was growing. Dolly, not y'all still coming in here? Hey, man. You say 107, baby. I say 168. Where you watching at? Oh, that's because I see Facebook and YouTube numbers. You're right, Monica. Right. Takara, that is so funny. Oh my God. Amani, show the people. That oh, I gotta do my little two-step. Come on, what my little music at? I mean, clap, whatever. Hold on, let me see if these other sounds can play. Hold on. Oh. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. Could y'all hear that? Yeah? That's my little congratulations music, Monica, for becoming a member of the Tashara Parker Show channel. Okay, blessings, my sister. Staying on here an extra 10 minutes paid off. Hello, somebody. Hello. Very much. John Taylor. Yes, Ashley, we in this thing deep, baby. Monica says she been watching, but you know what I love about that, Monica? You've been watching, and once you got to a point where you felt like you wanted to become a member, you became a member. So I am going to always remind you guys, join the Tashara Parker Show channel. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. If you ever want to join, we will welcome you with open arms. The memberships are very affordable, but you can always click that subscribe button for free, or you can click join and become a member. But make sure you like the page and always keep tapping that thumbs up, okay? Thumbs up many times. That lets people know that you are enjoying the work of the Tashara Parker Show channel. Get to the point. If you don't get your raggedy tail out of here talking about get to the point, you gonna come over here. I don't even know you. As a matter of fact, you're not even a member, and you watch it on Facebook. Not you got me cutting up this late in the evening, like my grandma say. Get your boy. As a matter of fact, it is a laughing matter because we gotta laugh at all the foolishness that's happening. So if you don't want to laugh, go ahead and see your way out the door. You could have just scrolled. Hell, there's many places where you can go get the information. That's crazy. Thank you, Xavier. My people gonna pull up for me. So you come in here with that yin yang, the people gonna let you know. So don't be acting a fool. Don't cut up too much now, Xavier. Be nice. Be nice. Monica came on to the cousin crew. Welcome, cousin. What's this over here? What you talking about? Texas GOP will have a Senate runoff with Cornyn and Paxton. That's from our producer. Who cited that, Amani? Where that came from? NBC News. Thank you for that. Even for them, I know they don't want to do that. Runoffs are just, it just adds on more and more and more. I know Cornyn like, God, this one couldn't get out the way. Dang, man. So there you have it with them. Okay. Should you watch the ads till the end? I don't know. Oh, my producer like, yes, watch the ads to the end. John Taylor said with only 58% of the votes in, that's early. I guess so, but you know, them people smart. They be knowing what they're talking about in the background. Yeah. So the numbers are going up. Oh, I see the 700,000. Talarico at 771,000. 51.8% of the vote. Talarico, 47% for Crockett right now. Ooh, Chile. It's a lot. Hey, Velma, welcome to the party. Click that YouTube link pinned at the top of the Facebook. We would love for you to come on over to YouTube and watch live with us there. Such a party over there. Wendell and Eric says she's catching up. John Doe, man, what? That ain't even your name. Why men fear strong black women like Crockett? I don't know. Because they childish. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, I see it. Thank you for that link there. CNN numbers are different. You know, that's why, again, when you're watching these shows, you got to take it with a grain of salt. The maps were not updated in Dallas County. I know. I see you. Who said something about this being BS? Did I miss that, Corey? Corey, what you talking about? If your inability to understand the cry of the people causes you to feel this is BS, find an intellectual platform, a less intellectual platform, and enjoy. Who said that, Corey? Child, I missed it, honey. Y'all be squabbling in them comments, baby. I'm gonna let y'all squabble on. Yeah, Alan, we said that earlier. My producer gave me that information earlier. It's crazy because MS Now is saying Texas Republican Senate primary too early to call. But then NBC News said they're going to a runoff. I mean, it's the way of the world with these election shows. So we'll figure it out. Okay. I appreciate y'all. We back here tomorrow at 10, possibly. If I don't start at 10, you know why. But I think it'll be at 10. Okay? Because if I don't go to bed tonight until 2, what you expect me to do? What you expect me to do? I ain't going, what? I'm going to get some rest. Because my rest day isn't until Thursday. So I got to get up and wake up in the morning and go work out. And what I'm not going to do is miss my workout. So, anyway, I appreciate y'all so much. And thank you for being a part of the Tashara Parker Show family. Even after this video ends, if y'all want to just do me a favor, as a matter of fact, if you're on YouTube, you're watching, it's 177 of y'all, or maybe a little less, because those are the Facebook numbers too. But however many of y'all are watching on YouTube right now, when I end this, I would love for you to go back and tell me where you're watching from. And the reason I say that is because all the comments that are left on this video while we're live, they go to like a separate location. And so I won't even get to see these comments on the main video. They're on there, but they're in like a separate location. I know that's weird. Y'all like, girl, what you talking about? But it's like some crazy YouTube stuff. Okay. 128 on YouTube. So all 128 of y'all, go and tell me where y'all are watching from. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. It's after I end the stream. Okay. Good night, everybody. Good night to all my cousins. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. If you still watching, come back, comment on this video. Let me know what you find out. Okay. With these election numbers. Bye, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Hey cousins, thank you so much for watching. Your support is how we keep going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. I know you hear me say it all the time, but all of that impacts the algorithm and folks finding out about the Tashara Parker Show. We want to make sure you never miss a show as well. We are live every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. and sometimes some special episodes. If you support the work that we're doing here, please consider becoming a member of the Tashara Parker Show. You can do all of this by visiting our YouTube page. Thanks so much for supporting the work that we're doing here. We could not do any of this without all of you. Thank you.